Live on a Wednesday night at Maverik Center, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey, as it's the first of a three-game series between the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. It's a matchup of two hot teams as the Grizzlies are 8-3-1. That's the recently completed month of January. Utah's won 4 in a row, and they're looking to make it 5 in a row here tonight. They're going up against an Allen Americans team who is 7-3 in their last 10 games. They've been playing outstanding hockey. It's an interesting goaltending matchup tonight. It's the reigning 2 league goaltenders of the week. Trent Miner was outstanding and was goaltender of the week after really was a great 3 games, 1 against Idaho and 2 against Tulsa. He was also outstanding last week against Rapid City, winning 2 games. And last week for Allen, Chase Perry was outstanding as the Americans swept the Tulsa Oilers, and the Americans are playing good hockey right now, and Chase Perry was this week's league goaltender of the week. We also got player of the week and player of the month here at Maverik Center as Brandon Cutler won the league's player of the week award, and that was just this past week where he had 8 points in 3 games against Rapid City. I remember, obviously, last Friday he had the big game where he had 4 goals and 2 assists. Allen has the January player of the month, and that's Colton Hargrove, who's going to be wearing number 7 for the Americans, who really have a couple strong forward lines, and they're playing good hockey. And so it's a matchup of 2 of the hottest teams in the league, and we got an interesting series. It's a Bud Light College night with discounted student tickets. Go to UtahGrizzlies.com to take advantage of that. Friday is going to be Heart Health Night, and Saturday is going to be Black History Night. So we got a lot in store here at Maverik Center as the Grizzlies homestand continues. They are 9-8 here at home. The Allen Americans on the road this season have a record of 10-13. So it's going to be a fun one here tonight. It's the Grizzlies and the Americans meeting for the 4th time this season. Utah is 2-1 against Allen. That was in the second week of November, where Utah won the first 2 games of the series, and then Allen ended up winning 3-2. We'll see what happens here tonight. As I mentioned before, we got a good goaltending matchup. Trent Miner for the Grizzlies and Chase Perry for the Allen Americans. When we come back to the America First Credit Union pregame show, we'll talk with Guy Chiarenza and get his thoughts on what's going to happen here at Maverik Center as we're in business on a Wednesday night. And you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. Face-off here will be about 17 minutes from now as the Grizzlies take on the Americans. It's the first time Allen's here at Maverik Center. Utah's got 6 home games in the month of February, and all of them are against this Allen Americans team. And, Guy, Utah won 2 out of 3 games in early November, and it's going to be interesting to see because Allen has been playing about as well as Utah has over the last month or so.
Yeah, Tyson, these are 2 of the hottest teams in the league right now. The Grizzlies are playing great hockey, but they can't overlook the Allen Americans. And historically, the Grizzlies have done well against Allen, but I think this is a different team right now. They're playing really well, and the Grizzlies have to take that at face value. You can't overlook your opponent. Brandon
Cutler won the league's Player of the Week award, and obviously most of that was due to what he did on Friday against Rapid City in the middle game of that series, scoring 4 goals and 2 assists. But he also has a point in 5 straight games, and he was unbelievable. And really, you think about him coming over from the AHL where he played with two different clubs, and what Brandon Cutler meant to the Grizzlies last weekend was invaluable.
Yeah, he had a really solid week. 4 goals and 2 assists in 1 game will do that for you. But, Brandon Cutler is just another element of why the Grizzlies are such a great team right now. And I think that seasoning that he got in the AHL really helped because before he was with the Grizzlies, leaves, goes to the AHL, and now he comes back, and now he's playing excellent and fantastic hockey for the Grizzlies. And I think if the Grizzlies are going to make a run at the playoffs and go deep in the playoffs, Brandon Cutler is going to be a big part of that.
Cameron Wright had 12 points in 12 games in January, 8 goals and 4 assists. And really, Andrew Nelson's picked it up. He's got a goal in 3 straight games and a point in 4 straight. And so I think those two are going to be big for the Grizzlies against this high-powered Allen team.
Yeah, Tyson, for sure. I think these are two guys that are really playing at a high level for the Grizzlies, and it seems like everything's starting to click now for the Grizzlies. Early on in the season, it was things just weren't going right. It was one thing out of place here, another thing wasn't clicking here. We weren't getting the best goaltending maybe one night and something like that. But now it seems like everything seems to be firing on all cylinders, and now as a result of that, we're seeing the Grizzlies play their best hockey all season long, and now we're starting to see this team heat up at the perfect time.
As we mentioned on Saturday, all the pieces are coming together. Good goaltending, good special teams plays. After all, the Grizzlies' power play and penalty kill had outstanding Januaries. And the Grizzlies defensively are about as strong as they've been in quite some time. Now, Utah is going to be without the captain, Connor McDonald, but Utah's defensive unit in January, along with their goaltending, was a big part as to why they had such a successful month.
Yeah, Tyson, the Grizzlies' defense has really stepped up over the last couple of weeks. They seem to really started to gel as a unit. They're really good at predicting plays, blocking shots. And so I think a guy like Corey Thomas is going to have to step in and fill that void with Connor McDonald out. I really like the way that he's played over the last couple of weeks. He brings a new element of physicality to his game. He's really good at moving the puck. I'm going to go with Corey Thomas as my pick to click.
Corey Thomas, your pick to click? I'm going to go with Taryn Pfizer. I got a feeling Pfizer, who's going to be on that same line with Tyler Penner, the Iron Man, and Brandon Cutler, the reigning league player of the week. I think Taryn Pfizer is a guy that you leave him open, especially when you get two playmakers like Penner and Cutler on that same line. I got a feeling Pfizer's going to get some open looks, and I think he's going to bury one of them. So Taryn Pfizer is my pick to click. He's second on the club with 11 goals this season.
Yeah, Tyson, that's a really good pick, and I really like that line for the Grizzlies, that first line with Penner, Pfizer, and Cutler. You mentioned that connection that Pfizer and Cutler have, and it's starting to show, especially last week, and you center that with a really good two-way forward in Tyler Penner. You got yourself a really solid line, and so I think what we saw last week was all 3 forward lines for the Grizzlies were rolling. They were playing really well. I think if the Grizzlies are going to have success here against Allen, it's going to have to remain the same.
Be interesting what the shutout king Trent Miner can do in net. Allen's got a pretty good goaltender of their own in Chase Perry, who won the league's goaltender of the week for what he did last week. In 7 games, he's got a 5-1-1 record with a 2.28 goals against average and .935 save percentage. So goals might be more at a premium than it normally is when the Grizzlies play the Americans, because right now you got 2 hot goaltenders out there.
Yeah, Tyson, and as a result of that, I'm going to predict a lower scoring affair. I think special teams are going to be a big factor in this game. The Grizzlies special teams have been really good as of late, and so expect them to be a big part in if the Grizzlies win the game. But I really think that you got 2 goalies that are playing really good right now. The reigning ECHL goalie of the week, respectively. So between Perry and Miner, it's going to be a goaltending duel. Allen's a little bit of a slower team than Rapid City, but I think the Grizzlies, if they play the way that they played against Rapid City and handle this game like they did those games, then I think they have a good chance to win.
And still filing in here to Maverik Center. Face-off is in about 12 minutes from now. When we come back to the America First Credit Union pregame show, we'll give you the lineups for both teams. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. Let's get to the starting lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Allen Americans, led by first-year head coach, the future Hall of Famer Chad Costello. Aaron Gens is his assistant. In net will be Chase Perry, who's about as hot as any goaltender in the league, not named Trent Miner. He's got a record of 5-1-1 with 1 shutout, a 2.28 goals against average, and .935 save percentage. Perry is going to be wearing number 35. He's 6'3" and 190 pounds. Allen's got a record of 18-21-1 this season. They are 10-13 on the road. So like the Grizzlies, Allen has played on the road for the majority of their games in the first half of this season. Starting forwards, Gavin Gould, who's wearing number 20, 5'8", 155 pounds. He's got 10 assists in 24 games. Mikel Robideau, he's got 71 penalty minutes in 13 games, 3 goals and 3 assists and a +2 rating. And Grant Hebert, who's got 7 points in 9 games this season and a +2 rating. A few forwards to watch out for. Hank Crone is one of the best forwards in the league. He's an outstanding scorer. Watch out for him. He'll be wearing number 67. Colton Hargrove won the league's Player of the Month award for January. Hargrove, 17 goals and 19 assists in 34 games. He's somebody to watch out for. Liam Finley has 18 goals and 18 assists in 29 games. Jack Combs has had an amazing year. He already has 50 points in 40 games, 22 goals and 28 assists. Watch out for Combs. He's going to be wearing number 21. So there's a lot of offensive firepower on this Allen Americans team, namely with Hank Crone and Hargrove and Finley, as well as Jack Combs. The starting forwards are Gould, Robideau, and Hebert. Starting defensive pairing, the former Grizzly Chris Mallory, who was with the club during the Grizzlies during the first half of the 2020-21 season. It's his 3rd season as a pro out of Penn State. He'll be wearing number 4, and he'll be paired up with Colton Sossaman. And we'll see if Sossaman's sporting the beard, as he's got an amazing beard. He'll be wearing number 23. The former Idaho Steelhead has 18 points in 33 games, 2 goals and 16 assists. Scratches for the Americans tonight. Zach Pachero was recently traded, so he's no longer on the roster. Dalton Skelly, Aiden Brown, and Stephen Bayless are out of the Allen Americans lineup. For the homestanding Utah Grizzlies, led by second-year head coach Ryan Kanaswich, his assistant is Jared Pike. The Grizzlies could be at the 500 mark with a victory tonight. They've got a record of 19, 20, and 1. It's their 18th home game. They are 9-8 here at Maverik Center this season. So it's the middle portion, 36 home games for the Grizzlies this year, and we're at the middle portion as it's game number 18 here at Maverik Center. And guy getting the start in net's going to be Trent Miner, who's got a record of 8-10-1 with 2 shutouts and a .915 save percentage. And he's going to have to be good against that high-powered Allen Americans attack. And we mentioned 4 guys in Colton Hargrove, Liam Finley, Jack Combs, and Hank Crone. All 4 of those guys are certainly capable of having big nights.
Yeah, Tyson, and I think what we saw against Idaho and against Rapid City is that the Grizzlies did a really good job of neutralizing the other team's top talent. They did a good job of neutralizing Aliardi, Logan Nelson from Rapid City, just to name a few. And we saw Ryan Domowski get really frustrated with the way the Grizzlies shut him down the last time we saw the Steelheads. So I think if the Grizzlies are going to continue to win, they're going to have to find a way to shut down those top guys on Allen. But also I think it's going to start in net with Trent Miner having another fantastic performance. This is a guy that ever since the turn of the calendar year has been fantastic, and there's no reason to believe that he won't be the same tonight. So look for Trent Miner to be a big factor in this game.
Scratches for the Grizzlies tonight. The captain, Connor McDonald, is out of the lineup. Also out is Johnny Walker. Walker is close to getting back to the lineup. Hopefully he'll be back later this week. Same case for Zach Sekos. He's missed about a month, and hopefully Sekos will be back in the Grizzlies lineup as soon. Utah's also without Dakota Raby. Remember, he got hit up high in the second period on Saturday, so Raby is out for the first time this season. So only 2 players have appeared in every game, Dylan Fitz and Tyler Penner. This will be Penner's 113th consecutive appearance in a Grizzlies uniform, and both guys are in the Grizzlies lineup. And Vladislav Mikalchuk is also out, but he's been skating, so Mikalchuk is recovering from the injury he suffered a few weeks ago over in Idaho. The starting defensive pairing, Corey Thomas has 3 assists in 29 games. He's the pick-to-click of Guy Chiarenza. He thinks Thomas is going to have a big game. He'll be paired up with Bryson Martin, the former third-round draft pick of the Buffalo Sabres. Martin has 2 goals and 4 assists in 27 games. The other defensemen we'll see tonight include James Shearer, who's wearing number 10. Shearer will be lined up next to Andrew Nilsson, who has a point in 4 straight games and a goal in 3 straight. Victor Bartley's got an A on his sweater, as there's 3 assistant captains for the Grizzlies tonight: Shearer, Dylan Fitz, and Victor Bartley. So we'll see Bartley wearing number 42. So also see Kyle Pouncey in the lineup. He may move back and forth with a forward and a defensive role, will Pouncey. And he'll be in Aaron Tho wearing number 28. He'll be in the Grizzlies lineup with 1 goal and 6 assists in 35 games. So the starting defensive pairing is Thomas and Martin. You'll also see Shearer, Bartley, Nielsen, and Tho. Kyle Pouncey will be playing forward for the Grizzlies, as will Joey Kolatarsi, who's going to be a forward for the Grizzlies. The starting forwards, I think this third line was outstanding last Saturday. Dylan Fitz had 5 goals in the month of January. He's got 8 this season. He's 6'2" and 203 pounds. Cam Strong had 2 assists on Saturday night, and he was the game's number 3 star. Strong was a +5 for the Grizzlies in January. And Saturday's hero was the Rooster, Jordan Martell, with 2 goals, including the game winner, 8:04 into the third period. And that's going to be your starting forward pairing, Fitz, Strong, and Martell. And, Guy, that forward pairing was outstanding for the Grizzlies and was an instrumental part to the Grizzlies completing the 3-game sweep against Rapid City.
Yeah, Tyson, I really love what that line has done over the last couple of weeks. Ever since they've come together, they've just been the Grizzlies' energy line. You need a big play? Okay, here they come. And they come out and they provide you with it. You need a big hit or something to spark your team? They do that as well. These are guys that are really good at their job. They've got great chemistry together, and it's always fun to watch them when they're out on the ice.
Grizzlies, for the first time at home, are going to be wearing their third jerseys, which is a black jersey with kind of white background, white numbers in the back, professional green trim. I think it's professional green trim. I always think professional green really is like a forest green. It's kind of like the green that the green jacket is at the Masters that they hand out to the winner. I'm not sure if it's quite that shade of green, but it's a pretty sharp look the Grizzlies have tonight. First time they're going to be wearing them here at Maverik Center.
Tyson, I got to say, it's a sharp-looking jersey, and I saw them in the team store. So if you want to get your hands on one of those, you can. They're really nice. I like that professional green becoming more dominant on the jersey. I think it really complements the black well.
Your pick to click, Corey Thomas being introduced to the Maverik Center crowd. He was outstanding in the month of January, really utilizing his 6'5" and 215-pound frame.
Yeah, Tyson, and I like that word utilize because Corey Thomas, he can throw his weight around as good as anybody in this league. And we saw him with some bone-crunching hits in the last couple of games. This is a guy that if you need a hit, he's going to make that hit. And so Corey Thomas, he's a hard hitter, but he also makes really great defensive plays. I like him ever since they picked him up.
Grizzlies won 2 out of 3 games against the Allen Americans in the second week of November. I got to feel this is going to be an outstanding series. 2 of the hottest teams in the league. Allen is 7-3 in their last 10 games, and the Grizzlies are coming off a month of January where they went 8-3-1. So I think we got an outstanding matchup. Allen's got some talented forwards. The Grizzlies really have gotten it going offensively here over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Both teams are pretty good in the special teams aspects. Both teams about 20% on the power play, and both teams have good penalty kill units. So I think we got the makings of a really stellar, outstanding 3-game set. And when we come back to Maverik Center in 90 seconds, we'll have face-off here at Maverik Center for the first of a 3-game series. This has been the America First Credit Union pregame show on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as the Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans in the first of a 3-game series. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza as the Grizzlies are wearing a black jersey with green numbers, white trim, white lettering in the back. It's the first time they've worn those jerseys here at Maverik Center. Allen is wearing a white jersey with red numbers, white lettering in the back, red on the shoulders and sleeves. And, Guy, this is two of the best teams in the league, two of the hottest teams in the league in terms of what they did in the month of January. We got a great goaltending matchup. Trent Miner for the Grizzlies and Chase Perry for Allen. Miner was the league's goaltender of the week 2 weeks ago, and Perry is the reigning league goaltender of the week as he was outstanding last week.
Tyson, I think this is going to be a really fun game. Those games against Rapid City were really fun, but now we've got two of the hottest teams in the league, and I just know that that's going to be very, very fun to watch. Two teams that are heating it up right now. Both really want these points in the tight Mountain Division race. It's going to be fun.
And two teams have had a lot of penalty minutes, so this thing could get physical here this week. Two referees and two linesmen, Sam Heidemann and Tatu Kunto, are the referees. The linesmen are Andrew Collins and Tyler Keston. Allen is led by first-year head coach Chad Costello, the future Hall of Famer, one of the best players in league history. Grizzlies led by second-year head coach, the Grizzlies GOAT, Ryan Kanasowicz. Kanasowicz, the all-time leader in goals, assists, and points by a wide margin in Grizzlies history. Puck is dropped at center ice, and we're underway. Allen gets it. They're skating from left to right as we see it from high atop section 114. Colton Sossaman throws it out to center ice. Grizzlies pick it off. Cam Strong overskates the puck. Mikel Robideau delivers a hit. Won't be the only time he'll hit somebody this week as he'll throw it back to the Utah blue line. Grizzlies skating from right to left. Get it to Dylan Fitz near the bench area. He gets hit. Martin will drop it back off as Grizzlies in their own zone. Martin gets it as he'll feed it to the near side for Corey Thomas, who will move it out to center ice for Fitz. Big time hit delivered by Robideau. Second time he's delivered a hit in his first shift. Over to Sossaman. It bounces off the stick and flies out of play into section 124. So we got our first whistle. Everybody make your pick to click on the live chat on YouTube. I am going to go with Taryn Pfizer. Guy Chiarenza is picking Corey Thomas. Tyler Penner will take the draw. He's got Brandon Cutler to his left and Taryn Pfizer to his right. Defensive pairing is James Shearer and Andrew Nilsson. Grizzlies win the draws. Nilsson will move it ahead over towards Pfizer. He gets to Cutler. It bounces off his stick and rolls along the boards in the Allen zone to the far side as Allen gets the puck. As they'll skate around the net as Xavier Bernard, number 44, gets it out to center ice as Allen's Hank Chrome. He'll nudge it in, but it goes back over to Cutler in the Grizzlies zone. He'll feed it back to Nilsson. Now to Shearer. Back to Cutler. Skates along the near boards. Cutler overlooking for Penner. Penner couldn't reach it, and icing's called on the Grizzlies as we get a whistle a minute 4 into the contest.
Well, Tyson, Allen is not afraid to throw their body around. I mean, we saw Robideau come out and lay 2 hits on the Grizzlies. I think this is going to be a physical matchup all series long.
Zachary Massicott and Xavier Bernard are the two defensemen for Allen. They are both 6 feet 5 inches tall. Massicott a little bit heavier at 220 pounds to Bernard's 205. That's a big defensive unit, and Allen has one of the biggest teams in the league, size-wise. Utah kicked out of the face-off circle. He's Penner. Actually, he's going to skate back into the face-off circle against Colton Hargrove, who is the player of the month for January in the league. Grizzlies win the draw as Shearer will throw it out to center ice. It's picked off as Zachary Massicott, 6'5", 220 pounds, dumps it in. Miner behind his net throws it towards the near side as Utah gets hit by number 29, Colby McCauley, who's given the Grizzlies fits over the years. Right wing, McCauley shot saved by Miner. Puck still in play towards the near boards. He goes back over Cutler to Nilsson, who's behind the net. Nilsson feeds over to the far corner for Pfizer, who gets hit. Trying to clear it out. It stays in. Left point. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Miner. That last shot was taken by Zachary Massicott, who's got 5 goals and 7 assists in 31 games this season. Both teams making a line change. It's their first meeting since the second week of November, so a little bit of a feeling out process here early on.
Yeah, Tyson, I like those 2 quick saves from Miner, too. It'll help him get into a rhythm.
Draw one by the Grizzlies. They get it out to Victor Bartley, number 42. He'll lift it out to center ice. It bounced off the stick of Jamison. This goes out to neutralize. Bartley gets it back. They'll throw it back to Aaron Tho, wearing number 28. Tho will move it out to center ice. As Grizzlies, Jamison will bounce it off the far boards. It goes back to the Americans, who have one of the biggest defensive units in the league. As Allen, skating from left to right, will bounce it off the near boards. It goes to Bartley at center ice. He'll backpedal into his own zone. Now he'll feed it ahead. Grizzlies get it over to Kyle Pouncey, who's playing forward for the fourth straight game. He'll dump it in. He gets hit by Ryan Gagnon, who's 6'2" and 195 pounds. Goes back to number 15, Liam Finley, who's got 18 goals and 18 assists this season. He gets knocked down by Cameron Wright. It goes out to neutralize. Wright delivers another hit. Puck ends up in the zone. Grizzlies already there. Oh, looks like we got a penalty. Holding's going to be the call. Who's it going to be on? Cameron Wright argues the case, but it looks like Wright's the one going to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Have you or someone you know been charged with a DUI? Rogers and Russell is Utah's DUI defense firm. Consequences for driving under the influence in Utah are serious, and you need great attorneys on your first line. Look for a letter in the mail from Rogers and Russell inviting you to schedule a free consultation. Don't throw away or disregard this letter. Call and get Utah's best DUI defense team. Rogers and Russell. Grizzlies win the face-off. They'll clear it all the way out as it glides along the near wing boards. Chase Perry cuts it off behind his net. Allen this season, 20.1% on the power plays. The Americans skate into the offensive zone as Bernard will roll it around towards the near side. Grizzlies get it and clear it out. Utah's penalty kill was outstanding in the month of January as Allen back in their own end. Liam Finley turnover. Shot saved by Perry. Well, Allen turned the puck over trying to drop it back off for Liam Finley. It went to Pfizer, took a shot in the slot, but Perry made the save.
Tyson, that was a good chance and a good shot by Tyron Pfizer. His shot is always lethal, but Perry was ready for the task. You mentioned a goaltending duel that we might see tonight. These are two hot goalies right now.
Grizzlies penalty kill over the last 13 games is 56-61. Draws give me in the left circle. We're just underway, about 3 minutes in. Allen on the power play. They win the draw. Colton Sossaman skates around Perry's net. Still no score. Both teams have taken one shot. As Allen crosses center ice, he'll skate into the zone over towards the corner. Drop it back off for Grant Hebert, number 77. He'll get it to Sossaman, back to Hebert. He's got good size. He looks to center it out in front. Pass goes wide of the mark. It goes to the right point as Chad Butcher tried to dump it to the corner. It's picked off by Fitz, who clears it out. Grizzlies will make a line change halfway through the power play as Allen back in their own zone. As Colton Sossaman crosses center ice, he'll gain the line, stopping the left point, gets hit by Martin, goes back to the slot. Sossaman shot saved by Minor. As Hebert back to the right left side, being shadowed by Martin. He'll drop it back off to the point for Sossaman out to the right side. Allen gets it across the left. Shot saved by Minor. Grizzlies tried to clear it out. Sossaman kept it in. Left side, Americans get it back to the right. Butcher shot, and it's blocked. Butcher 3 goals in 22 games this season. Now Allen will skate towards the middle. Grizzlies get it and poke it back into the Allen zone. Grizzlies make a line change. 20 seconds left in Allen's first power play of the game. And just under 16 minutes left in the first, still no scores. Allen has outshot Utah 3-1. Americans cross center ice. They'll chip it over to the left side. Americans skate in. They don't have numbers. They skate towards the end wall, bouncing off the Maverik side behind the net. Now they'll chip it back to Hargrove. It goes past him. Now Hargrove gets it back. He collides with Bartley. Grizzlies are back at full strength. As Cameron Wright trying to get a pass over there near the Allen blue line. It bounced off him. Now it goes to the right side. Grizzlies enter. Penner trying to center it to Bartley. Allen pokes it away. Americans skating from left to right as Hank Crone avoids a check of Sure, but loses the puck. Pfizer gets it ahead to Bartley, who tried to gather it and didn't. It goes over a stick and all the way down for an icing with 15:20 left in the first. Good penalty kill by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Tyson, I love that penalty kill for the Grizzlies. They're so disruptive. I mean, Allen had possession of the puck, and they were trying to send it cross crease, trying to send it to guys around the perimeter, and the Grizzlies just wouldn't let them. They're really good at getting sticks in front of pucks and disrupting whatever the Americans were trying to throw at them.
Draws going to be in the right circle of the Grizzlies zone as we're just underway here in what really looks like it's going to be a fun series. Charge. Fans having a good time here on a Wednesday night. Chad Butcher will take the draw against Tyler Penner. I like the sound of organ music at a game. Butcher's kicked out of the faceoff circle. Liam Finley will take the draw. He's a +4 this season, not very big at 5'7" and 155 pounds. As the draw won by the Americans, they get it up top for Ryan Gagnon. Gagnon fakes a shot, skates towards the right circle, drops it back off for Butcher. As Butcher gets it in the high slot, he skates towards his left. As Allen gets over to Finley, who's a quick one. Finley skates towards the middle, fakes a shot, skates towards the right circle. Now around the net, trying to drop it off in front for Gagnon. Now he feeds the left circle. Grizzlies pick it off. Penner ahead to Pfizer, who crosses center ice. Pfizer's got great speed, skates towards his right, takes a shot, and it bounces off of Perry's glove and off the end boards. So shot goes wide. 2 good looks for Tyron Pfizer here early on. Allen clears it out. Tho gathers it in the Grizzly zone, displaying good hands. He'll nudge it ahead to Cutler, but Cutler couldn't reach it. So icing is on the Grizzlies with 14:44 left in the first.
Tyson, what a start for Terran Pfizer to start this game. I mean, first off, he picks off a pass to the American zone, has a great chance short-handed, and then just right here comes bursting down the far side, gets a good look, but Perry's up to the task. But I really like what Terran Pfizer's cooking up so far.
Forwards on the ice, Cutler, Christian Simeone wearing number 24, and Joey Kolatarsi. Good to see Joey back out there. He was a scratch in the last couple games. Grizzlies win the draw as Simeone will lift it out to center ice, bouncing puck looking for Cam Strong. Allen moves it the other way as Sossaman crosses center ice, right wing, and dumps it around the boards. Miner cuts it off behind the net as he'll spin it to the near side for Simeone. Second-year pro out of Merrimack. Gets it to Sossaman. As the puck exits the zone, Sossaman trying to carry it back in, and the Americans are offside. So we got a whistle with 14:26 left in the first. It's the first of a three-game series. Both teams will be off tomorrow. Then we'll have Heart Health Night and an AFCU Friday. And then Saturday night's going to be Black History Night. Face off all three games in this series. We'll start at 7:10. Strong will take the draw against Jared Bethune, number 19. Bethune sometimes plays a defensive role. Sometimes he's a forward. He's a guy who goes back and forth for the Americans. As the draw won by Allen, as Robidoux feeds it across towards Justin Young, number 28. Puck ends up on the far side. Robidoux feeds it up top as Chris Mallory, the former Grizzly, takes a shot. Got redirected and kicks off a Miner and goes wide. As Martel the Rooster pass behind Strong. Getting in is Young. He'll swing and miss. Now right circle shot. Fanned on it again. As Robidoux spins it around the boards towards Mallory. Back over as Bethune fakes a shot. Skates towards the left side. Bethune around the net. As he struggles to locate the puck. You throw it back over to the left side. Sossaman with a blast that goes wide off the glass. Towards the right corner. Corey Thomas battling. Grizzlies gather it. They'll move it ahead. As Fitz will throw it to the Rooster. Skates towards the Allen bench to get it. Rooster swung and missed. And he gets the puck back as he was trying to clear it in. Martel dumps it into the Allen zone as the Grizzlies make a full line change. 6.5 minutes in, no score. Allen's outshot Utah. Turnover. Grizzlies get it in the slot. Looking for its Pouncey, but it bounced off his stick. Puck rolls towards the far corner. Now Nielsen gets it right side over to Pouncey. One-timer, and it kicks just wide. Bounced off of Perry. Cameron Wright gets over to Nielsen on the right side. He'll throw it up top for Jamison. Grizzlies get it across to Shearer on the left side. He'll take a lefty shot. Oh, got redirected, and somehow Perry made the save. Boy, what a stop by Perry. As that shot got redirected from the left side, and I don't know how he made that.
Unbelievable. I don't know how he made that save either, Tyson. The puck was bouncing. He somehow just squeezed his leg together and just happened to catch the puck at the right time. But I really like what the Grizzlies have done. They haven't had a lot of sustained offensive pressure, but when they have had that pressure, they've been applying it, and they've really had the Americans on the ropes. They've had some really good chances, so I really like the start so far.
Had a great goaltending matchup here so far. Chase Perry making an amazing save. We'll come back in 30 seconds. There's no score. About 7 minutes in on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. 13 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first period. Still no score. Allen has outshot Utah 4-3. A guy I'm still trying to figure out how Chase Perry made that save as the puck got redirected on a shot from the left wing.
Tyson, your guess is as good as mine. It's just a really acrobatic save, and got to give credit when credit is due. He made a fantastic save on that one.
Keaton Jamison will take the face-off. He was outstanding in the month of January. He had a point in 7 of his 12 games in January. He had 9 points in 12 games, 3 goals and 6 assists, and it was a very successful month of January for the Grizzlies, who went 8-3-1. Jamison will take the draw in the left circle. He's got Cameron Wright out there, as well as Kyle Pouncey. The defensive pairing is Andrew Nilsson and James Shearer. As 1 second went off the clock, so they'll put another second back on. 13 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first. Colton Hargrove will take the draw for Allen. He's 6'2", 205 pounds. As Jamison's kicked out of the face-off circle. Looked like Utah got tripped up there before the puck got dropped. I got a feeling this series is going to get physical as it goes along. I think Saturday is going to be an ultra-physical game. Taking the draw is Colby McCauley. He wins it. McCauley had a Gordie Howe hat trick against the Grizzlies 3 years ago when he was a member of the Idaho Steelheads. The fight came against Jack Jenkins in the third period that night. As Cameron Wright back in his own zone gets the puck, he'll throw it back to James Shearer. Shearer wearing number 10. He'll throw it across. Bounced off of McCauley's stick, goes back to center ice where Allen regathers it. Massicott will feed it across to Xavier Bernard, who's a +6 this season. Back to Massicott. It will lift it out towards Hank Crone. Pass is incomplete. And icing is on the Americans with 12:43 left in the first.
Well, we're seeing a lot of whistles to start this game, aren't we? And I think that's a different change of scenery from what we saw against Rapid City, where it seemed like we would go long stretches without a whistle, a lot of end-to-end action. Now we're seeing a little bit of a slower game, which is what the Americans like to play, but I still think that the Grizzlies have had a good start to this game.
A lot of whistles here early on, the first 7.5 minutes. Jamison will take the face off, but it's won by Hargrove and Allen. As Bernard will throw it off a stanchion, it rolls towards the Grizzlies zone, and it goes past the goal line for another icing call with 12:36 left in the first. Crowd still filing in here on a Wednesday night. It's a Bud Light College night. Don't forget the next Grizzlies home game will be an AFCU Friday. The tickets start at just $8 when you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Maverik Center box office. It's also Heart Health Night. As the draw goes between the Grizzlies defensemen, rolls towards a crease. Trent Miner will get it across to Tho, skates around Utah's net. Grizzlies skating from right to left as we see it from section 114. As Penner will get it ahead to Pfizer. He feeds it across to Cutler, and it's taken away. As Chad Butcher skates in, he'll throw it to the left side. Lefty shot, saved by Miner. That last shot was taken by the Americans over to the right side. Shot, saved by Miner. That first shot was taken by Jack Combs, and the second shot by Ryan Gagnon. Miner made the save on both occasions. 12-12 is left in the first. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone as Allen has outshot Utah 6-3.
Well, we get yet another stoppage here, but I like the rhythm that Trent Miner has found himself in. He's made a few routine saves to start this game. He looks sharp, and like what I've seen so far from Trent.
Chad Butcher will take the draw for Allen. He's a +6 this season. Draw won by Utah and Cam Strong. Allen gets it as Butcher skates towards his left. I tried to fire a backhand pass out to Jack Combs. Combs wasn't expecting it. They'll throw it back to the corner for Butcher, looking for Liam Finley, taken away by Martin. Martin behind Utah's net. He'll throw it to the near side. Puck bounces over Corey Thomas's stick, rolls towards the right side. Allen centers it, and it goes past Liam Finley. Grizzlies back in their far corner. We'll get it ahead to Martin, who will bounce it off the glass. And the puck lifts in the air, rolls in the American zone. And the whistle blows. Icing is called on the Grizzlies with 11:39 left in the first. It was an adventure for Allen to get here. They stood at the airport waiting for the plane to leave, and they were there a good 4 hours just waiting for the plane to depart. There were some teams that weren't so fortunate. The NBA's Detroit Pistons were trying to get out of Dallas and couldn't. So luckily the Allen Americans were able to make it here to the Salt Lake Valley to play this series opener. Draw won by the Grizzlies. Arm is raised by the referee. Slashing is going to be the call, and I think it's going to be on the Grizzlies. Yes, it is. Bryson Martin goes to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. 2 minutes for slashing. So we have 11:36 left in the first period. So Allen's on the power play for the second time tonight. And Guy, once again, it's another opportunity for the Grizzlies penalty kill to go to work.
Yeah, Tyson, they're 1 for 1 so far in this game. They did have a few good shorthanded looks, so look for that to be something that the Grizzlies could get going here on this penalty kill.
Allen wins the draw. Grizzlies poke it back to center ice. Xavier Bernard will chase after it. Bernard wearing number 44. He previously played a little bit with the Belleville Senators, as Allen's NHL affiliate is the Ottawa Senators. Their AHL affiliate is Belleville. Allen crosses center ice, will skate down the middle. They're trying to chip it to Finley on the near side, taken away by Jamison, who clears it out. As Allen back in their own zone, Bernard skates around his net. It's Bernard over to the left side. He's a big guy. Throw it back, and now Liam Finley gets it across the center ice. Finley gains the line, skates towards the right corner, stops and spins around, goes over Hank Crone. Jack Combs couldn't get it. Now the Grizzlies will move it ahead. Utah 3 shorthanded goals this season. Pfizer skates towards the right side. Centers the right. He'll take a backhand shot. It goes over the crossbar. Right gets hit by Bernard. His right battles in the corner. Hargrove takes it away. He'll feed it across to Finley on the right side, who crosses center ice. Finley will drop it off for the left side. Skating against Hargrove. Shot and a score. January's League Player of the Month does it again for the Americans as Colton Hargrove skated down the left side and gets his 18th of the season. It's a power play tally for the Americans, who are 1 for 2 on the man advantage tonight, as Colton Hargrove has given the Americans a 1-0 lead.
Well, Tyson, it started down in the Americans' end. Cameron Wright had a chance shorthanded and just flew it up high wide, and then the Americans take it the other way. And who else? It's Colton Hargrove. He's been on fire recently and continues his tear. He's got the first goal of the game.
His 18th goal of the season. With Jack Combs getting his 29th assist of the year. Grizzlies come back the other way. They win the face-off. They're on the offense's own right side. Dropping off from Martin, right point. Shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes to the near side. Now Thomas with a blast and goes wide. Puck glides along the far boards. Martin rolls it around. Cam Strong to the left side with good speed. He'll throw it back up top for Thomas. Takes a shot. Stick saved by Perry. The puck flies out of play off the protective netting. Allen leads 1-0. The time of their goal was 9:26 in. Colton Hargrove with his 18th of the season. Jack Combs his 29th assist. And Liam Finley also picked up his 19th assist of the season.
Tyson, I think the next few shifts here for the Grizzlies are going to be critical. How do they respond to going down 1-0 in this game?
Cutler will take the draw, the reigning league player of the week. He wins it. Pfizer will get it up top for sure. He'll take a shot on it. Got redirected. Grizzlies get it. Shot to score! Brandon Cutler's tied the game as he gets his 10th of the season. And halfway through the first period, the Grizzlies answer. It's Brandon Cutler of all people.
Well, Tyson, we were looking for that response, and it didn't take long. Off the faceoff, Brandon Cutler takes it. Shot, rebound, he picks it up and makes a nice move, puts it in the back of the net. And you're right, who else but Brandon Cutler?
Perry made a kick save, and then Cutler got the rebound on the left side, skated impatiently, and got it past Perry, who had lost his balance. It's the Grizzlies' goal song. Plays here at Maverik Center as Brandon Cutler gets his 10th of the year. He becomes the third different Grizzlies skater to score 10 or more this season. As Cameron Wright's got 12 and Taryn Pfizer has 11. As Grizzlies move it ahead. As Tyler Penner crosses center ice, and he'll chip it in from the left wing. James Shearer is going to get an assist, as is Taryn Pfizer. Might pick to click. Over to the far side. Allen will get it ahead. Ryan Gagnon crosses center ice. Gagnon moves it into the offensive zone. Stops on the right point. He'll dump it off the end wall. Jack Combs trying to center it out in front and got kicked away by Jamison. Puck on the far side. Grizzlies still in their own zone. So they'll dish it across. Grizzlies cross center. They'll move it out to the right side. Grizzlies skate in. Martell over to the right side. Takes a shot saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to the slot. Jamison, the right point, gets it. And he'll spin it around as rolls back to Pouncey. Pouncey scored a big goal late in the second period on Saturday night to tie the game at 3. Puck rolls towards the left circle. Hits off a Robidoux. Now right side, Grizzlies skate in, trying to get it to Jamison out in front. But Perry covers up, and after the whistle, looks like Dalton Golly, who's another big defenseman at 6'5", 227 pounds, pushed Cameron Wright after the whistle. Didn't take Allen very long to get after Wright. Only about half a period. That's just the way it works with Cameron Wright, it seems like, because he's the guy that does get out there and cause havoc.
Well, they call him the Rat for a reason. He's starting to get into the American skin. But I really like the Grizzlies going out, getting that equalizing goal. Now they've got all the momentum on their side. The crowd is fired up. Take that momentum and try and get another one here on these next couple of shifts.
How about Kyle Pouncey? He's out there on the shift with Jamison and Wright. Pouncey playing forward. Victor Bartley and Aaron Tho, the defensive pairing. Kyle Pouncey and Cam Strong led the Grizzlies in plus-minus in the month of January and a +5 rating. 9:02 left in the first period. We're tied at 1 as the Americans scored a power play goal 9:26 in. And 28 seconds later, Brandon Cutler tied it up. Grizzlies win the draw. Tho with a shot that goes wide. Puck ends up in the near corner. Grizzlies feed it across to Bartley. One-timer kick save by Perry. Allen gets the rebound. They skate from left to right. The Americans 3-on-4. Step over the offensive line, but they're offside. Good job by Victor Bartley defending the blue line and messing up the timing of the play. So draw comes back in the neutral ice area near the Grizzlies bench. Boy, Allen had a 6-3 edge in the shot count. Now it's the Grizzlies that have the shot edge 9-7. So the Grizzlies over the last few minutes have been the aggressor offensively. Draw won by Allen as Hank Crone will throw it back. Crone's an outstanding hockey player, a guy you watch out for every shift as he skates to the right side towards the corner. Crone centers it, picked off by Tho. Tho around Utah's net will skate towards the far side. Grizzlies clear it out to center. and rolls all the way in the Allen zone as Xavier Bernard gets it as he's being chased by Fitz. As the Americans kicking out to center ice, it goes past them. No icing as the Americans complete a line change as Corey Thomas will glide it along the boards, goes to the near side at center ice. Fitz chips it in. Colton Sossaman chases after it. Sossaman played previously for Idaho and sports maybe the best beard in the league. As Sossaman gets the puck out at neutral ice, he crosses center and he'll chip it in. And it's gloved on one hop by Minor. He gives way, but it's Allen that gets the puck. Americans look to center it over towards Robidoux, and the Grizzlies get a stick in the way as it rolls towards the far boards. Utah clears it out to center. Now it's taken by Chris Mallory, who's got an A on his sweater. He'll feed it across, the third-year pro out of Penn State, who started his pro career for half a season with the Grizzlies. Mallory gets it, as he'll chip it over to the near side for Sossaman. Outlet pass to center ice, connects to the left wing. Allen chips it into the right corner, bounces off the boards on one hop of the ice. As Shearer rolls it towards the near wall, looking for Cutler. Cutler gets spun around. He'll feed it across to Penner. It glances off his stick and rolls to Shearer. Back to Nilsson. At center ice, he'll dump it in onto Perry. Perry bobbles the puck for a second, right in front of the crease. Now covers up as we get a whistle with 7:26 left in the first.
Tyson, you were telling me about Sosserman's beard before the game. I think I underestimated that. He's got one heck of a beard, doesn't he?
You don't even need binoculars up here to be able to see the details
No,
of
you
it.
can see that thing from a mile away.
It's been a fun start to this game. A lot of back and forth action. Two of the hottest teams in the league. Both teams have 7 wins in their last 10 games. As the draw won by Utah, as Cameron Wright to the left side skates around the net. Wright, the national championship winner last year with the University of Denver, throws it to the right point, though with a shot that gets blocked. Rolls back to the near side as Liam Finley feeds out towards the middle. Now rolls back to Finley. Finley skates towards his left. Now he's at neutral ice, tries to get around Jamison and falls down. He'll get to Gagnon, who moves it ahead to Butcher. Butcher at neutral ice gets hit near the penalty box area. Throws it back to Gagnon, who dumps it in. As Minor behind the net will give it to Aaron Tho. Skates around the net. Tho back behind his own goal line. And he'll feed it to the far side. Grizzlies will chip it out to the middle. Goes to neutral ice. Allen dumps it back in. Butcher back towards Combs. Now skating is Dalton Golly. He'll take a shot that's blocked. I thought the puck exited the zone, though, but no offside call. As Golly over towards Combs, who's been outstanding this year. He'll throw it up top for Bernard, who skates towards his left. Gets it back to Combs in the right point. He'll drop it off to the right circle for Butcher. Butcher back to Combs. Combs has plenty of room on the right side. He'll throw it back to Finley. As Americans roll the puck around. Finley takes a shot. Blocker saved by Minor. Puck goes back to Combs as he collides with the Grizzly. Utah in the corner gets it. Utah will throw it out to Bartley. It carries it out of the zone. Now to neutral ice. He'll feed a right wing pass to Wright. Right around an Allen skater. He'll take a shot that goes high. Tries to get it off the boards. Wright feeds it back to Thomas. It goes past him to neutral ice. Wright gets the puck and he'll throw it back towards Bryson Martin. It bounced off his stick and rolls towards the far corner Utah zone. Now back to the left wing. Hargrove shot saved by Minor as Martin gets it back to the near side. Or to Cam Strong, who crosses center. Left wing tries to dump it in. It's picked off by Bernard. Allen moves it ahead as Colby McCauley skates towards his left. Fakes a shot. Now he's in the left circle. Takes a shot. Saved by Minor. As Trent makes the save as it bounced off his pads. Lifted in the air, and he made the save about chest high. 5:40 left in the first period. Timeout on the ice. We're tied at 1 as the goals were scored 28 seconds apart. As Allen scored 9:26 in with Hargrove's 18th of the year. Brandon Cutler, of all people, scored his 10th of the year. 9:54 in. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
We're having fun on a Wednesday night as the Grizzlies are tied with the Americans, one apiece. As I mentioned before the break, Allen scored 9:26 in with Hargrove's 18th of the year. It was a power play goal. Grizzlies scored even strength, 28 seconds left as Cutler got the goal with Scher and Pfizer getting the assist. Draws giving in the left circle. Allen's got a lot of talented forwards. They win the draw. Hank Crone throws up top to the left point. Lefty shot goes wide. That was taken by Massacott, number 49. Hank Crone over in the corner. Gets the puck. He'll throw it back up top. Bouncing puck's crowned by Bernard. He'll take a lefty shot, and it's blocked. Grizzlies come back the other way. So dump it in. No icing as Cutler skates towards the left corner. Takes a shot. Saved by Perry. As Hargrove collides with Utah on the right point, Allen moves it ahead. Icing is waved off as James Shearer skates towards the far side in the corner. Spins it back to neutral ice. Brandon Cutler nudges it back to the Allen corner as Sossaman feeds it across to Mallory. Back to neutral ice, taken by Tho near the Allen bench. He'll dish it across as Cutler will skate back towards his blue line. Now back to Bartley. Over to Cutler as Cutler will skate north-south along the left wing. He'll cross center ice and hit a stanchion as it bounces deep in the Allen zone. Mallory bounces it off of Bartley. Overskates the puck. Grizzlies center it. Pfizer shot goes wide. Didn't have much time and space there to get a full shot off. Jamison gets hit behind Allen's net. Mallory will lift it high into the air just under the video board. Gathered by Tho, and he'll move it out to the center ice logo. Allen takes it back, skates to the Utah blue line and dumps it in. Bartley will bounce it off the end wall as skating back towards the puck is Jared Bethune. Grizzlies avoid a check along the near side. Pfizer gets taken away by Bethune from behind. We get a whistle. Sossaman held up Pfizer for a little bit. Looks like hooking's going to be the call, and the Grizzlies are going to get their first power play. Good effort by Taryn Pfizer to draw a penalty as Colton Sossaman goes to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in the first. And Guy, it's Utah's first power play of the game. The power play was certainly instrumental to the Grizzlies' 3-game sweep of Rapid City last week.
Yeah, Tyson, and the Beard goes to the box, and the Grizzlies go to the power play. This is a chance for them to take a 2-1 lead here. And you mentioned the power play being really good against Rapid City. Special teams are going to be a big factor in this game. Look at this power play right here to make a difference.
Utah's power play is 13 for 49 over their last 12 games. Allen wins the face-off and clears it out. As Grizzlies, Bryson Martin back behind his net. He's out there with James Shearer, Brewster, Jordan Martell, Cam Strong, and Dylan Fitz. Strong throws a right wing pass to Martell. Martell gains the line, stops to the right point, trying to throw it to the corner, didn't get very far. And Colton Hargrove will clear it out. Miner behind his net gets it back to Martin here late in the first period. Martin skates down the middle, still in the Grizzlies zone. Now feed it ahead to the right side for Martell. Bounced off his stick and rolls deep in the Allen zone. Mallory gets it. He'll throw it to the right point. Martin keeps it in. Martin back to Martell. Martell over towards Cam Strong. He tried to throw it back towards Martin. Allen tried to clear it out. Martin kept it in. Now left side, Shearer drops it back off for Martell, who had 2 goals on Saturday. Over to the right side for Strong, who swings and misses. He'll regather the puck, go back to Martin. Right point shot, saved by Perry. Fits in the right side, throws it back to Strong. Now to Martin. Make that Shearer. Now to Martin, left side. He'll take a shot and it goes wide. Puck glides along the far boards and goes out of the zone, out to the center ice. Shearer gets it near Utah's bench as the Grizzlies make a line change. 45 seconds left in Utah's first power play of the game. 3 minutes and counting left in the first. We're tied at 1. Utah's outshot Allen 12-10. Andrew Nilsson, who's got a goal in 3 straight games. Dropping off for Pfizer. He's already got an assist tonight. Pfizer at neutral ice will cross center. They'll skate across the line, throw it to the left side. Jamison throws it back to Nilsson. Nilsson chips it across. The puck lifts in the air. It bounced off the far wing boards. Allen gets it and clears it out. Nilsson running after it. 15 seconds left in the power play. Nilsson, one of the best power play defensemen in the league. He'll throw it to the near side for Wright. Wright trying to get around Bernard, who gets the puck on. He's got a lot of length. Nilsson throws it back to Cutler. Miner pounds his stick on the ice. Cutler skates down the middle as Allen's out of the box. Cutler over to the right side, trying to drop it off for Jamison, who swung and missed on a one-timer. Now Sossaman fresh out of the penalty box. Skates into the left side. He'll drop it off. Now back to Sossaman. One-timer, and it goes high and hits a stanchion. Stays towards. Now Sossaman left wing shot. And that bounced off the glass high into the air and over to the right corner. It stays in play. Nilsson will throw it back to Bartley. Bartley skates down the middle. Now feed it to the far side. Grizzlies skate from right to left in the first period as we see it from high atop section 114 as Jamison at neutral ice will lightly tap it deep in the Allen zone and they'll get off the ice for a change. Allen towards center ice, loses the puck. Bartley across to Tho. And Tho chips over to the left wing for Simeone. It glanced off his stick and rolls towards the corner As Ryan Gagnon gets hit by Simeone. Puck glides towards the left point. Bartley gets it, fakes a shot, throws to the right side. Though one-timer goes wide over the crossbar. The puck glides along the near boards. Now Penner will take a righty shot. Kick saved by Perry. As the puck rolls towards the far corner. Grizzlies get around the net as Martel over to the left side. Make that Simeone, sporting a beard now. Simeone back to the right side for Tho, displaying good hands. Cyrus it. One-timer out in front is bounced away off the stick of Pouncey. Grizzlies get held up as they skate towards the corner, no call. Now Bartley left point, shot goes wide. Though overskates it, Hank Crone gets it. We got less than 1 minute left in the period. Utah make a line change. Good shift as they had plenty of time in the offensive zone. As the Americans skate from left to right. Allen throws it out to center ice. Hargrove gets it at center. They'll skate in. 3-on-5. Skates down the middle. Puck rolls towards Minor. And Trent's able to cover up before Hargrove regathered it. 42 seconds left in the first period. Still tied at 1. Grizzlies have outshot the Americans 12-11.
Well, Tyson, just to go back to that last power play for the Grizzlies, they didn't score on that power play, but I really liked what that first unit was able to do. And I think that was because of the combination of Fitz, Strong, and Martel were on that top unit. Now, Fitz and Strong, they do a really good job of providing a net front presence, and you combine that with the speed and agility of Martel, and you got yourself a dangerous unit.
Cam Strong will take the draw for the Grizzlies. Strong 6 goals and 4 assists this year. 6 feet, 179 pounds. They're a different team he's played on in this league. Grizzlies win the draw. Thomas around the net. Now Fitz will throw it over to the far side. Martel at the Allen line, dumps it in deep as it rolls around Allen's net. Sosserman back to the far side. We'll get it back to neutralize. As Allen crosses center, they'll skate across the line. And they'll fire a lefty shot. Saved by Minor. As Grant Hebert just kind of skated down the middle, got into the offensive zone, and fired a shot from the point, and Minor was able to make the save. Looks like Grant Hebert is a pretty talented player. 6'4", 200 pounds, played at the University of Maine. Native of St. Andrews, West Ontario. First time the Grizzlies have seen him. Draws in the left circle. Chad Butcher will take it for Allen, and he wins it against Wright as Allen rolls it along the boards. Less than 20 seconds left in the period. Sosserman in the corner battling with Brandon Cutler. Cutler, the league's player of the week this past week. Puck rolls towards Allen. As Nilsson loses his stick, he's going to get a penalty. Hargrove throws up top for Finley. Slot shot, and it's blocked as it rolls towards the end boards. Grizzlies touch it up with 1.3 seconds left in the first period. Nilsson knew it as he lost his stick. He's the one that gets the penalty. He's not even arguing the case. Andrew Nilsson with penalty minutes 120 and 121 on the season. He leads the Grizzlies in penalty minutes. He gets 2 minutes for tripping as he goes to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. The majority of the power play is going to be held in the second period as there's just 1.3 seconds left in the first. Draw in the right circle. Well, time runs out. I don't know what happened there. They just dropped the puck and say, just wait, just let the time run out or something. Either way, it's the end of the first period as Allen will be on the man advantage in the first minute 59 of this second period. The 2 goals were scored 28 seconds apart. Great job by the Grizzlies responding after Allen took a 1-0 lead. When we come back in 2 minutes, Guy Chiarenza will recap the first period. It's once again the Siegfried and Jensen intermission report starts in 2 minutes as we're tied at 1 here on the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal, Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
First intermission here at Maverik Center. We're tied at 1. The 2 goals were scored 28 seconds apart. Otherwise, it seemed like a pretty evenly played first period.
Yeah, Tyson, it was an evenly played first period. Shots after the period are 12 apiece, so that just goes to show that it's been fairly even so far. It took us 9 minutes and 26 seconds to get to the first goal of the game, and that was scored by Colton Hargrove, his 18th of the year. That was assisted by Combs and Finley, and that was a power play goal. Allen went 1 for 2 on the power play. The Grizzlies were 0 for 1. It's interesting to note that the Americans are going to have almost a full-length power play to start the second period, 1 minute and 59 seconds left on that after Andrew Nielsen took a penalty to end the period. But you mentioned not long after that goal from Hargrove, the Grizzlies got it back. And it was who else but Brandon Cutler getting his 10th of the season. Now he joins the double-digit club in goals. That was 9:54 in the second period, or excuse me, in the first period. And that was assisted by Shearer and Pfizer. Shearer took a shot, and Cutler was there to put in the rebound, and so that made it a tie game. And after that, there were chances for both sides. Momentum was shifting, but ultimately we end up even at 12 shots apiece. And so for the Grizzlies, Taryn Pfizer has 2 shots, and Brandon Cutler has 2 shots, and those are the leaders in that department for the Grizzlies. But Tyson, it was a pretty overall evenly played period. Scoring chances were 5 apiece. Face-offs, the Grizzlies had the edge in that department, 16-10. 12 shots on goal, couple power plays for Allen, 1 for Utah. But other than that, it's been fairly even.
Both teams had 5 scoring chances. Grizzlies, can't tell if it's a 10 or a 6. I think the face-offs were even 16 apiece. I mentioned the shots were even. Grizzlies 3 giveaways, Allen 4. Felt like there for a portion of it, it was both teams getting a feel for the other. Allen does have good size, especially on their blue line. You just look at their roster. Dalton Golly, 6'5", 227. Xavier Bernard, 6'5", 205. Zachary Massicott, 6'5", 220. They've got some big defensemen. I mean, Colton Sossaman, is only 5'9", 199, but he certainly made an impact. Jared Bethium's going to go both ways. Ryan Gagnon and Chris Mallory each go 6 feet 2 inches tall. And so, Allen's got a couple little guys. I mean, Liam Finley's a pretty small one, although he's got a ton of speed. But it seems like Allen's probably got as big a defensive unit as the Grizzlies are going to see all year.
Yeah, Tyson, and it's interesting that you mentioned the size of the Americans, because I think the guy that stood out to me the most on the Allen side was Liam Finley. He was moving around with a lot of speed. This is a guy that is very quick and he's very dangerous. And I think if the Grizzlies are going to win this game, they're going to have to find a way to neutralize him, because I think at this point, as it stands, it's only a matter of time before this guy shows up on the score sheet. Well, he already is on the score sheet, but he shows up on there even more, because this is a guy that's really dangerous. And the Grizzlies have done a good job of neutralizing the other team's top talent. And so I think if they can find a way to continue to do that and limit guys like Finley from getting chances, then the Grizzlies are going to have a good chance to win this game.
Grizzlies are without some good forwards. For the first time this season, Dakota Raby is out. We're not sure how long he's going to be out. 71 Cowboys' favorite player is Dakota Raby. I think I've come to the conclusion on the comments in the YouTube section. So Raby's out. The captain, Connor McDonald, is out tonight. I don't think it's going to be a major injury for McDonald. He might just miss a game or two. But it does sound like the Grizzlies are pretty close to getting Zach Sekos and Johnny Walker back from injury, and that'd be big to get those guys back.
Yeah, Tyson, for sure. I mean, these are guys that really bring a lot of energy and skill to the lineup. You're talking about Johnny Walker, a guy that brings a lot of emotion, a lot of physicality to his game, but he's also got a wicked shot. And you think about Zach Sekos, a guy that really plays a strong two-way game, something that the Grizzlies, I feel like, have needed at some points in time in the season. It'll be huge once they get him back as well.
Yeah, Sekos may be Utah's best all-around player, so certainly looking forward to seeing those guys back in the Grizzlies lineup. We haven't seen Zach Sekos since December 30th, and we haven't seen Johnny Walker since Loren Yolette pounded him there near the Kansas City bench in the middle portion of December. So it'd be nice to get those guys back in the lineup. As I mentioned before, it's a great goaltending matchup. Chase Perry for Allen and Trent Miner for the Grizzlies. And I'm still trying to figure out how Perry made that one shot, as the Grizzlies took one from the left wing about 6 or 7 minutes in. It got redirected, which usually turns into a goal. Somehow Perry was able to make the stop.
Yeah, Tyson, I still have no idea how he made that save. I think he just saw the puck bouncing towards him and decided to just cover up the 5-hole and just squeeze his legs together. And luckily for him, he was able to stop that puck. But you think about these goalies in this game, the reigning ECHL goalies of the week, respectively, each guy earning one in the last couple of weeks. They both stopped 11 of 12, and I thought they've both been really solid. I think the Grizzlies had some chances in the Americans end that really should have gone in, and Perry did a really good job of stopping those and just really having a heightened awareness and making those saves on guys like Taryn Pfizer and Cameron Wright. And you look at the other end, the Americans were cooking up some really good things in the Grizzlies' offensive zone. And when the Grizzlies weren't able to get sticks on pucks and the Americans had chances to shoot the puck on net, Trent Miner was there to make saves when saves were needed. So both goalies have been really good to start this game.
It's one of 4 games in the league tonight. 2 of them have gone final. Jacksonville defeats Orlando 5-4 in overtime. So the Icemen get a 1-goal victory. Derek Lodermeyer got the overtime game winner 113 in. Former Grizzly goaltender Parker Gahagan got the victory for Jacksonville, stopping 34 of 38. Jeff Carr's Norfolk Admirals get the victory 7-5 over Trois-Rivières. So good to see the Admirals playing a little bit better. And we mentioned Jeff Carr because he was an assistant for the Grizzlies back in the 2016-2017 season. One of the good guys in the league. He'd been coaching Knoxville in the SPHL for a while. And so we're rooting for Jeff Carr. And obviously Norfolk's not in the schedule, so we obviously can root for Jeff Carr and his Norfolk Admirals. They get a 7-5 victory over Trois-Rivières, which is the team we saw here at Maverik Center in late November. Utah ended up winning 2 out of 3 games in that series. Late third period, Kansas City and Cincinnati are tied at 3. So it looks like both teams, unless somebody scores in the final 40 minutes, will get at least 1 standing point. I think that's notable because Kansas City is a club that's right on the heels of the Grizzlies in the Mountain Division. You look at it right now, Utah and Kansas City are tied for 4th in the Mountain Division. Each have 39 standings points, and Allen is just 2 back at 37. And so that's where this week is huge because Allen's been playing good hockey as of late. They've won 7 of their last 10. Grizzlies are 7-2-1 in their last 10 games. And, for Kansas City, it looks like they're going to pick up at least 1 point tonight. And so I think it's a huge series for both teams. And especially when you think that both teams will be here at Maverik Center 3 weeks from now for another 3-game series. So 6 games between the Grizzlies and the Americans here at Maverik Center in the month of February. They're certainly going to be big because you look at, fighting for playoff positioning. Utah and Allen are neck and neck right now.
Yeah, Tyson. And if you look at the Mountain Division standings, it's tight. It's really, really tight. This is probably the tightest division out of them all in the league. I mean, you've got the Idaho Steelheads who sit at first with 65 points, but then you've got the Thunder with 49, Rapid City with 41. Grizzlies and Mavericks were tied at 39 coming into this game, but now if Kansas City picks up that point, which they will, they'll be at 40, potentially 41. And then you've got the Allen Americans, the team that the Grizzlies are playing right here tonight, dipping at their heels, just 2 points back. And then the Tulsa Oilers sit at 34. So this is a really tight playoff race, and these games matter. These games are huge going down the stretch. The Grizzlies are going to have to find a way to win these games, and they did that against Rapid City, and they're going to have to do that against Allen if they want a chance at making the playoffs.
So it does look like Kansas City and Cincinnati are headed to overtime, tied at 3. We'll let you know how that one finishes here shortly because obviously they're still going on over in Cincinnati. When we come back to the Siegfried and Jensen intermission reports, we'll go over some scores from around the world of sports. We'll also have second period action. Second periods have certainly been good to the Grizzlies this season as we're tied at 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. It's the Siegfried and Jensen intermission report as Utah and Allen are tied at 1. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Kiki Crum, and it is, what is it today? Is it National Girls and Women in Sports Day?
It is, Tyson.
I think it's one of those days. It's February 1st every year, and I really like National Women and Girls in Sports Day. And Kiki, let's talk about it for a little bit. I mean, what's it kind of be, like being in this industry?
I think we should talk about it. I think it's really a good thing to talk about. Not a lot of women work in sports or even, play sports and get the recognition that they deserve. And so to celebrate even a day, so February 1st, I think it's really important.
What have you seen in the first period of this game between the Grizzlies and the Americans?
Coming off of last weekend's game and the intensity, I do feel like this game has been more lax, more of a chill vibe. I know the Grizzlies are more of a second period game, so I'm excited to see what they bring. Brandon Cutler being ECHL Player of the Week, excited to see what he brings. And also our captain, Connor McDonald, when he got the OT winner, even though he's not in tonight, I think that we can still bring what we brought when we played them last November.
The Grizzlies won 2 out of 3 games against the Allen Americans in November. And this second period, as you mentioned, the Grizzlies are a strong second period club this season. I'm really looking forward to seeing, as obviously the Grizzlies have to kill off a penalty to start the second period. But I'm really interested in seeing, once Andrew Nilsson comes out of the penalty box, what he does, because he's been outstanding for the Grizzlies over the last few games.
Yeah, I agree. I was really excited to watch him this game, too. He's probably my pick to click, honestly.
That's good. You could have gone with Brandon Cutler and just said, yeah, I picked him before the game, because after all, he scored the first period goal. But Andrew Nilsson's got a point in 4 straight games and a goal in 3 straight. He also leads the team in penalty minutes. And think about power play defenseman, he's about as good as you get in this league.
Yeah, for sure. I think our defense is really strong. I know last weekend we didn't get as many shots as we wanted, and even during the first period we didn't get, that many. But it's the quantity, it's the quality, not the quantity.
Yeah, if you want to get those good quality looks, both teams had 5 scoring chances in the first period. You got the postgame story at UtahGrizzlies.com, and we're certainly looking forward to reading what you have what you have of the game story.
Thank you, Tyson. I'm excited to write it.
That's Kiki Crum. When we come back, we'll have second period action as we're tied at 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. It's a Bud Light College night with discounted student tickets. Don't forget that Friday is going to be Heart Health Night and an AFCU Friday. Remember, with AFCU Fridays, tickets start just $8 and you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Maverik Center box office. And it's also National Wear Red Day to show support for raising awareness of heart disease. Yes, we do know the coincidence that Allen does wear red, but do wear red on Friday to show your support for Heart Health Night, as well as an AFCU Friday. And then Saturday, it's going to be Black History Night, where it's going to be featuring merchandise collaboration with local artist Coda Faye, performances from local Utah Black artist collective groups. And the Grizzlies are also partnering with the Utah Black Chamber to feature local black businesses on the concourse. It's going to be a fun night here this upcoming Saturday, Black History Night, and the final game of this 3-game series. When we come back in 1 minute, we'll have second period action as we're tied at 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. Grizzlies have outscored opponents 45-40 in the second periods this season. They were outstanding against Rapid City in the second period. And Guy, Grizzlies obviously have to kill off a penalty to start the second period, but this is the money frame for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Tyson, it is, and they've been really good in the second period, so the Grizzlies are going to come away with the win. I expect a big 20 minutes here, but I actually like that the Grizzlies have to start. Well, I don't like that they have to start the period with a power play, but I like that they're well rested to start the period and kill this power play, as opposed to finishing off the first period, killing off this penalty where maybe you're a little bit tired than you were normally. Now you've got some rest. You've got the rest between periods. You can come out and do business and hopefully get this penalty killed off.
Allen was 1 for 2 on the power play in the first period. Utah was 0 for 1 as Colton Hargrove scored 9:26 in with Jack Combs and Liam Finley getting the assist. And then Brandon Cutler got the equalizer 5-on-5, 28 seconds later. This broadcast is presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott, providing premier American copper and proudly celebrating 120 years of operations in the Utah community. Glad to have Rio Tinto as a partner at Utah Grizzlies Hockey. As Victor Bartley is going to be on the ice to start the second period. The Grizzlies will be shorthanded. Tyler Penner, Keaton Jamison, and James Shearer. Along with Bartley, that's the 4 on the ice for the Grizzlies. Taking the draw for Allen is Grant Hebert, wearing it's going to be Colton Hargrove, number 7, just 1 7 and not 2. Hargrove scored the first period goal for Allen. He was the league player of the month in January. As the Grizzlies win the faceoff and dump it around as Perry behind the net. We'll feed it over to Liam Finley as Allen will be skating from right to left as we see it from high atop section 114. Left wing pass to Hank Crone, who crosses center ice. Crone back after a stint in the AHL. To the right side for Hargrove, back to Finley. Back to Hargrove on the right side. Up top for Bernard. Back to Crone on the left side. Back to Bernard. He couldn't handle the puck. He skates towards the right point. As Penner goes over there, but Allen glides into the right corner. As Allen skates in, shot saved by Minor. Rebound goes out towards Bernard. He feeds it to the left side. Allen gets it back to Bernard. They'll throw it to the right side. Puck bounced off the skate of Colton Hargrove. Grizzlies clear it out to center, but not all the way to center ice. Now Bernard will move it ahead to Finley, who gains the line. He'll throw a left wing pass to Crone. Crone across it, bounced off the stick of Hargrove, bounces off the boards. Bartley gets it and clears it out. 1 minute into the second period and halfway through Allen's third power play of the game. We're still tied at 1. Allen, 1 shot here so far in the second period. As Hebert, left side, he's got good size. He'll step over the line, glide along the near boards, and drop it back off for Bernard. Now Allen throws it back over towards Bernard. He skates towards his right. He'll feed it towards the left side for Gavin Gould. He centers it to McCauley. Shot, and it goes wide off the glass. Gavin Gould throws it towards Bernard, who will bounce it off the far boards. It glides towards the end wall. As Hebert loses the puck. Thomas in the area, battling with Colby McCauley along the end wall. Martin over there as well. As Allen continues to try to poke it back out of that spot. That's vacated by about 6 people. Allen comes out of the pile with the puck. They'll throw it up top for Sossom. He'll take a righty shot, and it glances off a stick and flies out of play as it goes off the protective netting. 12 seconds left in the power play as both teams make a line change. We're still tied at 1.
Tyson, I really love this penalty kill for the Grizzlies, and they do such a good job of getting sticks in lanes, not letting the Americans set up, and really just not letting them get any quality chances on this penalty kill. This is a top unit in the league right now.
Draw's going to be in the right circle. And it's won by Utah. As Aaron Tho along the end wall will spin it along the glass. And it rolls along the far side out of the zone all the way. Chase Perry will play it behind his net. Nilsson stands up in the penalty box, and he's coming down the ice right now. Successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. Tied at 2 minutes into the second period. Allen skates in. Hank Chrome will roll it along the boards. Hargrove back in the right corner, trying to get it back to Chrome. Utah takes it away. Grizzle bouncing off the stick as it goes to the left point. Mallory with a shot, and he got redirected by McCauley and goes wide. Puck goes back to Salzman. Right side, he'll feed it across to Mallory. Mallory takes a lefty shot that goes wide as it glides along the boards. Salzman right side, shot goes wide. Now Hargrove to the left side, swung and missed. He looked for a centering pass. Nilsson gathers it for Utah with 6 years of AHL experience. They'll throw it out to center ice. It goes past Brandon Cutler, but no icing. Grizzlies complete a line change 2.5 minutes into the second period. They're still tied at 1. Allen has taken the only shot here so far in the second period. As Mallory with it, he'll feed it to the near side as Jared Bethune crosses center ice, surrounded by 5 Grizzlies. He'll dump it in. It's gloved by Martin and dropped. Simeone tried to clear it out, fanned on it. Slot, righty shot, saved by Minor. That shot was taken by Justin Young, who's looking for his first goal of the season. Fitz throws it out to center ice for Martel across the center. Martel gains the line, stops near the boards on the far side. Martel dances around in the left point. Now he dances around some more as he skates towards his right. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to the right side. Fitz with a shot that goes wide. As Martel behind the net, Martin back over to Fitz. He'll throw it up top for Thomas. He'll get it across to Martel. The Rooster throws to the right circle for Martin, back to Martel. Martel faked a one-timer. Now he takes a shot. It's blocked by Robidoux. That one hurt him a little bit as he flexes his leg. Martin back at the Utah blue line. Throws to Simeone. Puck lifts high into the air. Bounces near Utah's bench. Allen will throw it across. Dalton Golly, number 23, will throw it to center ice. Pass picked off by Jamison. Will get over to right. Back over towards Jamison, who's trying to locate it. Liam Finley takes it away from him. Puck goes back to Golly in the near corner. Golly gets hit by right. Puck glides along the boards, deep in the Allen zone. As Grizzlies get it back to the corner. Wright throws it up top for Nilsson. One-timer, saved by Perry. By a lot of velocity on the low liner from Nilsson, but Perry was able to make the stop. And it looks like Chase Perry is about as quick a goaltender as Utah's faced all year.
Yeah, Tyson, he is really quick, but you mentioned those low-line drives on Perry. He's given up a few rebounds in this game, one of which Brandon Cutler scored off of on that rebound. I think if the Grizzlies want to get pucks past him, they're going to have to shoot low and scoop up rebounds.
Kyle Pouncey's in the right wing. Jamison will take the face-off. Wrights to his left. Up top is Shearer and Nilsson. Utah wins the draw. Wright feeds it across. Look for Shearer. Wait, no call on the play. Looked like Shearer got dragged down there, but we keep skating 5-on-5. Allen crosses center ice and dumps it in. Minor behind his net will throw it to the far side. It bounces at center ice, regathered by Liam Finley. Finley skates back into his own zone and throw it to center ice for Butcher. Butcher's stick, he loses a stick. Didn't look like it broke. He just lost it. Goes out to center ice. Allen skates in. Jack Combs left side. He'll center it. Centering pass connect. Shot to score. Jack Combs found Liam Finley, who went top shelf for Mama Hides a Cookie Jar as Finley gets his 19th of the year, which is now second on the Americans club. And with 15:28 left in the second, Allen leads 2-1.
Well, Tyson, during intermission, who did I say was the most dangerous player on Allen? It's Finley, and he cashes in there, gets back on the score sheet. He's now got a goal and an assist in this game. He's a quick one. He's feisty, and he gets on the board for the Allen Americans.
Well, he's not very big, but he seems to find himself in the right place at the right time, and he is right there connecting on the pass from Jack Combs. Combs gets his second assist of the game, and for Liam Finley, it's a multiple-point game as he had a first-period assist. Now add a goal to his total. Grizzlies win the draw. Penner dumps it into the left side as Perry plays it to the side of his net. He'll throw it to the near side. Colby McCauley gets it. As he gets back checked, he'll roll it out to center ice, though. He'll throw a backhand pass out to Penner near the Grizzlies bench, and Penner with a backhand dump as it rolls along the boards. It's Mallory behind his own net. Feed it to the near side for Hargrove. He'll toss it off the stick of Penner at the Allen blue line. Blue line to blue line pass. Bounces off the McCauley stick and rolls back to Utah. Victor Bartley in the left side. Throws it over to Penner, who gets it near Utah's bench. Penner skates to the left corner. An Allen player loses his stick. Penner gets pushed along the boards. Pfizer skates over there as Allen picks up their stick and it rolls back over to the Americans. As Hank Chrome throws it across to McCauley, who's always been tough against the Grizzlies. McCauley skates in, left point. Shot goes high over the head of Minor, stays in play. Chrome throws it back to the right circle. Hargrove gets stripped up, goes back to the slot. Allen drops it off. Lefty shot is blocked. Now Allen gets it back. Shot blocked again. Full shots taken by Dalton Golly. As Utah crosses center ice, Dylan Fitz Skates towards the left circle, gets around Hargrove. Fitz looks for a shot, and saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to Allen. As Allen throws it out to center ice. Americans skate towards their left. Now they chip it to Golly. Golly wearing number 22, left wing. Shot on it, got redirected and goes wide. It's got redirected off the stick of Gavin Gould. Grizzlies will carry it out to center ice. Martell veers off to the left. He'll dump it towards the corner, and he gets taken away. As good check by Allen. The Americans are a very physical team. They'll throw it out to center ice. It bounced off the stick. Minor to the side of his net. But rolled along the far side. Robidoux tried to cut it off and couldn't. Martell will dump it in. Fitz chasing after it, but it looks like the whistle blows as Utah's called for icing. 13:37 left in the second. Both teams have taken 15 shots here so far. Both teams have taken 3 here in the second period. On the Allen goal, 432 in. Scored by Finley, his 19th of the year. The assist to Combs is second of the game and 30th of the season. And number 44, Xavier Bernard, gets his 6th assist of the campaign. Utah wins the draw. They're in their own zone. Grizzlies ice it as the whistle blows once again. 13:28 left in the second. Boy, Allen scored the goal. Then they did a pretty decent job there in the next minute or so after that to not let Utah get the momentum back.
Yeah, Tyson, that's something that we saw after the Allen Americans' first goal, was that the Grizzlies came back, had a really good response, and they ended up getting a goal out of it and tying the game. That wasn't the case here. It seems like Allen has done a good job of slowing down the game. We've seen a few whistles since then, and the Grizzlies really haven't had any energy since then. I'd like to see the Grizzlies try and get something started here right now. Maybe they can take the puck and go the other way and get some offensive pressure. They got to have a response to this.
Fitz will come off the ice. Jamison will take the draw. He's out there with Wright and Pouncey. Shearer and Nilsson, the defensive pairing. It seems like Shearer and Nilsson have played quite a bit here in the first half of this contest. As a draw won by Allen, it rolls towards the net. Nilsson cuts it off, and he'll feed it back to Shearer on the far side. Cross-ice pass to Pouncey, who crosses center, right wing. They'll throw it across to Wright with good hands. Wright centers it to Jamison, cutting in front of the net, but Perry covers up. And after the whistle, Cameron Wright got pushed along the boards. So the timeout on the ice, 13:14 left in the second. Allen leads 2-1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your...
Allen leads 2-1. 13:14 left in the second period. Cameron Wright looked like he got up a little bit gingerly there on the far corner after the whistle. As the trainer, Colin Lee, went out to help him, but looked like Wright, see if he stays in the game. I think he will, but he came up a little bit gingerly.
Yeah, Tyson, he did, and hopefully he's going to end up being okay.
Looks like he's going to stay in the game as he'll be out there for this upcoming faceoff.
Yeah, that's a guy that you don't want to lose. Cameron Wright, he's been a valuable player to this team thus far in the season.
Wright had 12 points in 12 games in January. He led the club in scoring. Wright leads the Grizzlies with 12 goals this season. And with Andrew Nilsson, they're both tied with 31 points this campaign. Draw won by Allen as Massacott will throw it out to center ice off the glass. Shearer gets it. He'll feed it across to Wright, who's onside. Centers it to Jamison. Jamison couldn't get a shot off as he got back checked by Massacott. We'll throw it out to the Allen blue line. Allen carries it out to center for Jack Combs. Combs throws to Liam Finley, who scored a second period goal. Right wing, he'll chip it back to Combs, who skates towards the far corner. Combs battles with Wright. It rolls back to Finley in the point. Finley gets around Jamison. He'll feed it back to the corner for Combs. Combs skates around the net, battling with Nilsson. Combs down the left side will chip it off the boards. Massacott feeds it across. Bernard back over in a hot pass. It was handled by Butcher. trying to get it back towards Bernard. Utah takes it away. Riz will throw it off of Liam Finley. Finley couldn't hold the line as it goes out to neutral ice. Finley throws it back to Bernard as both teams will change up skaters. 12:22 and counting left in the second. Allen leads 2-1. As Massacott throws it out to Robideau across the center ice, tried to dump it in. Taken away by Tho. Tried to move it ahead, but couldn't get very far. Bernard dumps it in. Miner behind his net. We'll give it over to Bartley. Bartley will chip it off the near boards. Penner gets spun around by Robideau. Puck goes back to the near side. Bartley gets hit by Robideau and rolls it along the far side. Cutler back towards Penner. Robideau spins it along the left side. Chris Mallory, left point, will bounce it off of Pfizer. Goes to the left side. Young with a shot that goes wide. Goes back to the right side. As Sossaman, right side towards the circle. Shot saved by Miner. And Trent holds on. Looked like Robideau was trying to redirect it out in front. And he shakes his wrist. As looked like he might have gotten a piece of him. And Miner was able to make the save with 11:43 left in the second.
Yeah, that was a good save there by Trent Miner. It seems like the Americans are trying to move the puck around the perimeter and try and screen Miner, and as you mentioned, get deflections out in front. Grizzlies have to be aware of that and find a way to clear the crease.
Draws give me in the right circle. It's taken by Utah. Grizz skate from left to right here in the second period as Fitz will throw it across. Bounced off the near boards. Mallory gets it across to Sossaman deep in the Allen zone. He'll chip it ahead. Puck bounced off the stick. Rolls towards Corey Thomas, but he skated towards neutral ice. Mallory throws it out in front of his own net to Sossaman, who will move it ahead. Bethune crosses center ice, and he'll lift it high into the air. It stays in play off the glass. As Bethune around the net, skates towards the right side. He's being shadowed by Thomas. As Bethune over to the right side. Now Martell skates over there. Thomas delivers a big-time hit. Back to his feet as Bethune fans to their feet as Corey Thomas throwing his body around. Right side, Allen centering pass to Chrome. Chrome didn't have a shooting angle, so he'll skate towards the corner. Chrome back to Bethune, who's being shadowed by Martell. Now back over to Chrome, who skates towards his left. Chrome with a lefty shot, and it's blocked about 5 feet in front of Miner. Grizzlies, Bryson Martin will move it ahead. Over to the Martell. Martell skates towards the left circle. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Perry. The puck goes out of play as it hits off the protective netting. But Corey Thomas delivering his, throwing his body around, delivering a big-time hit, and then Martell skated to the left side, had a good look that bounced off of Perry and out of play.
Yeah, Tyson, and we talked about it in the pregame. Corey Thomas, he can throw his weight around. He's a big boy, and he crunches Bethune along the far boards there. Great hit, and I think the Grizzlies got a boost of energy from that because we saw Martell go the other way, have a really good look. Look for that to be a turning point in this game.
Martell this season has 6 goals and 14 assists in 32 contests. He started the year with Fort Wayne, and he's averaging about 3/4 of a point with the Grizzlies this season. He was acquired in a trade, and it was certainly a good trade by Ryan Kanasowicz. Allen wins the draw. They're in their own zone, skating from right to left is Colby McCauley. Will chip it ahead. McCauley just recently added to the Allen lineup for another stint with their club. This goes back to Hargrove behind Utah's net, trying to kick it out in front to McCauley. It bounced off a stick, and it goes back to the right side. It's Jamison over in the area, and puck ends up rolling off a stick to Miner from the far side, and Trent covers up with 10:21 left in the second. So we're about halfway through the scheduled 60 minutes. Colton Hargrove gave Allen a lead, 9:26 into the first. Combs and Finley with the assist was a power play goal. 28 seconds later, Brandon Cutler got his 10th of the year. Scher and Pfizer with the assist. Allen's second period goal came 4:32 in, and it was scored by Liam Finley, who got his 19th of the year. Finley's got 1 goal and 1 assist. Jack Combs has 2 assists. And also with an assist on that second period Allen goal is Xavier Bernard. Both teams have taken 16 shots. Both teams had 12 shots in the first, and both have 4 in there in the second. Allen wins the draw. Massacott high slot. Shot is blocked by Pouncey. Grizzlies come back the other way. Pouncey gets the puck, drops off for Jamison, gets it back to right on the left side. One-timer, and it goes wide on the low liner. Back to the right side. Grizzlies get it back over towards Pouncey. Puck bounces to Jamison, the high slot. He'll skeet towards the left circle. Jamison backhand shot goes wide. Aaron Tho gets hit by Hargrove along the near glass. Puck glides back to Jamison in the far corner. Jamison gets to Bartley, left circle. Bartley will bounce it off an Allen stick as it goes to Tho. Tho trying to get to right, but a hit off his backhand. And now Allen lifts it out to center ice. Puck play with a high stick. Utah will touch it up. As 9:42 is left in the second. Draw comes back to neutral ice.
Tyson, that's a play that you don't mind, a high stick that you don't mind. Kyle Pouncey might have saved a breakaway there because the Americans had a guy bursting through the neutral zone. That puck would have ended up with him right at the blue line, and nobody else was around him. That's a high stick that you like to see through the Grizzlies coaching staff.
Grizzlies win the draw at neutral ice. Now Nilsson gets it. He'll throw it to the left side. Grizzlies enter. As Cutler skates the left side, there's the Penner. It bounced off his skate and rolls towards Perry, who covers up. 9:33 left in the second. Well, it seems like those centering passes for Utah are just missing by just that much.
Yeah, Tyson, and I think it's only a matter of time before they start to connect and really get a rhythm going. But ever since that Corey Thomas hit, the crowd started buzzing, and the Grizzlies have really started to put the pressure in the offensive zone on the Americans. And so let's see if the Grizzlies can feed off of that.
Tyler Penner making his 113th consecutive appearance for the Grizzlies. He played in all 72 games last year and all 41 this year. He's kicked out of the face-off circle. Cutler will take the draw. It's won by Utah. Left point, shot saved by Perry. That last shot was taken by Shearer. Out in front, shot saved by Perry again. That was taken by Pfizer. Allen lifts it high into the air to hit the video board. Allen tried to clear the zone, and they hit the video board as they lifted it so far high in the air, and so the puck's going to come back to the Allen zone on the faceoff.
Is that the second of the season?
I think it's the second of the season. It's at the video board.
I think earlier on you set the over-under at 2.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. So there we are. We're right at it. One more and we hit the over.
That's right. And you win a Mountain Dew as a result.
I forget what wager we had on that.
Or maybe I get a Mountain Dew. I don't know.
Oh, maybe we'll both just get Mountain Dews.
That's Coca-Cola products, of course. Allen lifts the puck. Almost hits the video board again. No icing. Coca-Cola products, of course. Grizzlies hockey brought to you by Coca-Cola. I'll take a Powerade. Grizzlies cross center ice. Cutler dumps into Pfizer, right side. I look to center, back to Cutler out in front of the net. The pass went wide. Pfizer, right side, shot is blocked. Nielsen feeds it out in front. Penner with a shot saved by Perry. The Penner lifts it over Perry's shoulder and over the crossbar. Grizzlies with some looks out in front. Utah gets out to the slot for Pfizer. He's all alone, skates towards the right circle. Pfizer dancing around as Sossaman shadowing him. Now up top for Shearer. Fans stop their feet here at Maverik Center. Puck glides towards the right corner. Allen gets it. The Americans will lift it high into the air. It's gloved at center ice by Bryson Martin. He'll move it to the right side for Cutler. Cutler skates in. Cutler skates towards the right side. Shot saved by Perry. 8:29 left in the second period. Grizzlies had some good looks there, but Perry made the save on every and all occasion.
Yeah, Tyson and the Grizzlies, maybe they had some Cokes during the last time out,
Yes,
because
Coca-Cola products,
they've
of
been
course.
buzzing ever since. That Corey Thomas hit, man, that changed everything. Ever since then, all the momentum has been in the Grizzlies' favor. The crowd has been bumping. This right here, I think, is the best the Grizzlies have looked offensively all night.
Right, we'll take the face off. He's got Simeone to his right and Joey Kolatarsi to his left. Defensive pairing. Bryson Martin and Corey Thomas, which are the two defensemen that started the game. Draw one by Allen. They skate from right to left as Dalton Golly moves the head out to center ice for Jack Combs, who dumps it in. He fell down, or make that Gavin Gould. Out to the corner. Young will roll it towards Miner, who covers up. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. One of the things that I had talked to Tommy Daniels before the game is he was talking about the Allen really getting production from all three forward lines, and really from the Grizzlies in the month of January. It's been the same thing. Both teams got off to a really slow start this season. Both teams played the majority of the games in the first half of the season on the road. So you talk about the past of these two teams, it's very similar, especially when it comes to how productive the goaltending's been lately.
Yeah, Tyson, these are two of the hottest teams in the league, and I think these teams are better than their record says that they are.
Draw in the Grizzly zone, won by Utah. Martin gets blasted in the corner as Pouncey in the area, taken back by Gould. Now Jamison takes it away. Now Gavin Gould around the net. He's behind it. He'll feed over to the right side. Puck goes back to the point as Gagnon throws to the right side as Allen skates in. Hebert shot saved by Miner. And Grizzlies in the corner. Jamison will move it ahead. Grizzlies at center. Cameron Wright nudges it to his right for Pouncey. Pouncey skates to the right side. Shot saved by Perry. Rebound shot goes wide by Wright. As Wright skates towards the right corner, gets double teamed. He'll nudge it towards the end wall where it's regathered by Dalton Galley. He'll feed it ahead. Now Allen carries it across center ice. Hebert, left side, skates in. Takes a shot that's blocked by Thomas's stick. Aaron Tho will move it ahead. It bounced off a skate. Rolls towards Miner. Now Gould, centering pass, shot, saved by Miner. A shot was taken by Haight Crone out in front of the net. Puck back to the corner on the far side. Gould gets hit by Thomas. As Crone trying to skate over there. Tho in the area. He'll move it back towards the corner as the puck left it temporarily. Grizzlies will lift it out to the right side. Foot race, no icing. As Allen with the puck deep in their own zone. Now they'll get it out to center ice. Now Allen drops off for Hargrove. Hargrove feeds it across to Barrett. Bounced off his stick or make that Crone back to Hargrove. I tried to feather a pass out in front. It goes wide. Martell gets a poked at neutral ice. As Allen throw it back into their own zone. Bernard will skate around his own net. Now feed it back to the near side. Massicott will move it ahead to Cargrove. One-time pass to McCauley. He's wearing number 29. McCauley skates towards the left side. He'll take a sharp angled shot that goes out of play as might have bounced off Trent Miner's shoulder and went wide. 6:39 left in the second. Allen still leads 2-1.
Tyson, Trent Miner's had a really good start to this game. But I want to talk about Perry in net for a second. I really think he's struggling with those low line drives and those low knuckle pucks. If the Grizzlies can continue to do that and really get those line rushes in, somebody there to get those rebounds, get somebody on front, screen them, get a tip, get a rebound. I really think that's the key to beating Perry.
Trosky in the near circle. Allen wins it. Chad Butcher takes a righty shot that's blocked by his own guy, and Jack Combs has got 2 assists tonight. As Pfizer moves to the right side for Penner. Grizzlies skate in. Penner looks to center to bounce off of Mallory. Rolls back towards the far side. Pfizer skates over there as Pouncey centers it to Penner. Shot saved by Perry. Allen will lift it out to center ice. Bouncing puck is taken by Nielsen at the Utah line. Nielsen back in his own zone. About 6:10 left in the second period. Allen leads 2-1. Nelson's pass is picked off by Finley. Finley skates down the middle. Now he'll take a righty shot. Blocked by Shearer. Finley to the right side. Gets it. He'll skate towards the middle. Now throw it to the left circle. Butcher tried to center it. And it's picked off. Play starting to get physical as it goes out to center ice. As Pfizer skates in, throws it to Cutler just outside the right circle. Cutler rolls it back around for Penner. Penner's in the left corner. Trying to get it back to Pfizer, but he was skating another direction. Allen back in their own near side. Chris Mallory now skate behind his goaltender as Allen makes a line change. 5:35 and counting left in the second. Allen leads 2-1. Grizzlies have outshot the Americans 23-19. Sosman throws to center ice for Crone, who crosses center. He'll dump it in, but not all the way. As Thomas will bounce it out to center ice. Massicott throws it across. As Utah's Bryson Martin gains center ice. Simeone delivers a hit. Martin throws it back to the Allen far circle. They get the puck as they'll throw it out to center ice. Hank Crone being shadowed by Simeone. Throws it out to Jamison, who takes it away. Now towards Cameron Wright. It bounced off of him. Simeone drops off for Jamison. Righty shot on it. Gets blocked before it gets to Perry. Hargrove moves ahead to McCauley. McCauley skates the right side. Gets the puck. He gets knocked down. Miner makes the save and holds on. I think Colby McCauley might be hurt with 4:51 left in the second as he gets back slowly. It looks like he's hurt. McCauley's going to skate towards the bench. This is a timeout on the ice. Allen leads 2-1. 4:51 left in the second period. This is Utah Grizzlies hockey presented by Mountain Land Supply Company.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Allen leads 2-1. 4:51's left in the second period. Guy, we've had a fun one here so far.
Yeah, Tyson, that has been really fun. Really close contested game. Good momentum swings back and forth. Two of the hottest teams in the league. It's as advertised.
Game's about as spirited as the speakers right above us here. Speakers a little bit loud here tonight, but we're having a good time as Grant Hebert will take the face off against Utah's Cam Strong as he's out there with the Rooster Jordan Martell and Dylan Fitz. As the draw won by Allen, they're in the offensive zone as Xavier Bernard takes a lefty shot. It bounced off the stick of Fitz, flies in the air, drops in the slot. Fitz will move it out to center ice. Martell chasing after it. So is Cam Strong, who's got good speed. Bernard, who moves pretty well for his size, will drop it off for Massicott. He'll feed a pass. It bounces off of Fitz. Fitz trying to get it to the Rooster. Now Fitz throws it towards the net. Perry kicks it away. Good job by Massicott there to recover as he'll bounce it off the near boards. Allen's Robidoux across the center ice and dumps it in. We get a whistle. I think Allen's going to get called for too many minutes. They tried to make a line change there.
Tyson, Cam Strong on that last play went to the bench, kind of hunched over, looked like maybe he took a puck up high, maybe a stick up high. He's got his helmet off right now. Seems like he's going to stay in this game, but something to keep an eye on.
Puck went out of play, and I think it hit a fan in section 112. Hopefully that fan's okay.
Yeah.
Allen was making a line change there, and I think for a second there was a thought that there was too many men on the ice. So Allen wins the draw. Dalton Galley crosses center ice, and he'll chip it in. As Nilsson chases after it, he gets the puck. He'll move it ahead to the far side. Grizzlies throw a rink-wide pass to Pfizer. Pfizer throws a rink-wide pass to Cutler on the left side. He'll skate in. Shot! Kick save by Perry. Cutler's had some good looks here in the second period. He scored halfway through the first period. That's Utah's lone goal of the game. He has 10 this season. As Allen throws it out to center ice, bounces off a Combs stick in Grizzlies territory and goes in. Nilsson drops it off to the corner, so he faked rolling it around the boards. Left point, Dalton Galley fumbles the puck a little bit. Penner takes it away. He'll move it out to the Allen blue line. As it bounces off a Cutler stick, Allen gets it back. And neutralized, Pfizer battles with Galley. Pfizer feeds it across, it bounces off the stick of Finley and rolls towards Gagnon. He'll move it to center ice as Chad Butcher skates in. Right side, he feeds it across to Combs. He's all alone. Combs swings and misses. He gets it back, and he'll roll along the far boards. Penner out to neutral ice. He crosses center. He'll throw it to his left for right. Right skates towards left circle. Gets it to the slot for Pfizer. He'll take a shot. Saved by Perry. And he doesn't allow too many rebounds. And he gathered that one with 3:15 left in the second. But good passing by the Grizzlies to get Pfizer an open look in the slot.
Yeah, Tyson, and I think the only reason this game isn't 2-2 or maybe even 3-2 for the Grizzlies is because of Perry and net for the Americans. He's been fantastic all night long.
And an impressive thing is he hasn't allowed too many second chances. So for Utah, you're just going to have to get bodies in front of the net and see if we can redirect something, because it seems like he's been about as hot as any goaltender. His last appearance was last Saturday when he got a shutout. As Utah wins the draw, right moves it ahead for Jamison. His shot bounces off the stick of Hargrove. Sosserman behind his net to the near side. He gets tripped up by Wright. Referee was right there and didn't make a call. McCauley didn't miss a shift. Remember, he got hurt towards the end of the last segment of play. He's back out there for Allen. Sosserman throws the center ice for McCauley. Did it bounce off his stick? Grizzlies thought no, but no icing. Grizzlies gather at neutral ice. They'll feed it across to right. Right skates down the middle, fakes a shot. Now he takes one, saved by Perry. Right to the right side, back to Jamison behind the net. Jamison skates towards the left corner. He'll chip it up top for Martin, but it bounced off his stick and rolls to center ice. Martin gets it before Colby McCauley was able to get there. He'll throw it to the left side for Jamison, who enters the zone and drops it off. Grizzlies skate towards the left circle, take a righty shot, saved by Perry. That shot was taken by Kyle Pouncey, who scored a big goal late in the second period on Saturday. As Utah's won 4 in a row, and they're looking to make it 5 in a row, but Allen leads 2-1 here late in the second period.
Tyson, I think Kyle Pouncey has really had a strong game tonight. I really like what he's done. It seems like he's putting his heart and soul out there every single shift.
Maybe that's why Nadine Hallowell has him as her pick to click every game.
He's a good player.
Draws in the left circle, won by Allen as they spin it along the boards. Pouncey was a +5 in the month of January. As Martell out in the right point, he gets taken away. Hebert will skate towards the left circle with speed. Hebert to the left circle, take a shot, and he scores. As Grant Hebert skated from one circle to the other, skated to the left circle and fired away as he gets his 3rd of the season. And the Americans have extended the lead. It's now a 3-1 game.
Wow.
That was
a really good shot. That was a rocket over the right shoulder of Minor. But the Grizzlies just got beat along the edge. Just that speed came in and just took a snipe over the shoulder of Minor. And now it's a 3-1 game.
Well, you can easily see that things are kind of starting to roll for Allen. And they're coming off a pretty good month of January. And they're playing some good hockey right now. And they're looking at here tonight. So the Grizzlies have their work cut out for them here tonight to try to overcome a 2-goal deficit. It's an unassisted goal, 17:49 into the second period. As Grant Hebert for this 3rd of the year, he's a +2 coming in. As Allen wins the draw, Massicott will throw it across to Bernard. About 2 minutes left in the second period. Over towards Young, goes past him. Justin's his first name, and icing is on the Americans with 1:58 left in the second.
Well, Tyson, it's unfortunate the Grizzlies haven't gotten a goal in this period because I feel like their best offensive chances and pressure have come in this second period. And so being down 3-1 right now, I don't think the Grizzlies should hang their head. I think that they should be proud of what they've accomplished in this period. They're playing really well. If they continue to keep it going, I think they're going to get rewarded sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it feels like they're playing a lot better in the second period than the -2 goal margin would say. All right, looks like they're looking over a fan that over in section 112 that I think got hit with a puck that flew out of play a few minutes ago, and hopefully that fan's okay.
Yeah, hopefully they're going to be all right.
Look at that fan gets an ovation from the Maverik Center crowd. As the draw is going to be in the Allen zone. You're talking about momentum late in the second period. You know, Kyle Pouncey had that goal on Saturday. Can the Grizzlies find a way to get a goal here in the last 2 minutes of the second period to get some momentum heading into the locker room?
Yeah, Tyson, that would be best case scenario. But I think in the case where you don't get a goal, you might have to settle for a hit, maybe draw a penalty, get something going into the third period. I think the difference in this game is that the Allen Americans have less shots than the Grizzlies by 7, but they're cashing in on their opportunities. They're getting quality shots, and that's the difference so far.
I'd be interested to see what the scoring chances are according to the off-ice officials here in the intermission. Allen wins the face-off. They throw it out to center ice. Penner gets it back. Now to Cutler, trying to center it to Penner, and Allen got a stick in the way. Robidoux on the far side will cross center ice, 4-on-3. They'll skate towards the right circle, take a righty shot on it. It was more of a pass out in front to Young that goes wide. Now to neutralize. Penner gets absolutely blasted by Galley, but luckily Penner got back to his feet. Nilsson throws ahead to Cutler, back to Penner. It bounced off his skate and rolls towards Gagnon at the Allen line. As Galley back to Gagnon. So cross center ice right wing. As he gets around Cutler, Gagnon now to the right corner. I tried to chip it out in front to Combs. The net gets dislodged as big hit behind Miner's net. They'll put the net back in place with 1:15 left in the second.
So with Allen with a 2-goal lead now, it seems like they're starting to throw their body around a lot more. This game's going to start to get a little bit more physical than what we've seen previously. I think if you're the Grizzlies, you're going to have to find a way to, 1, match that, and 2, find a way to play physical, but also manage to keep pressure in the offensive zone and eventually get a few goals.
Tron's going to be in the left circles. They put the net back in place. Utah, 12 shots in the first period, 16 in the second. Allen, 12 shots in the first. They've taken 9 in the second. Allen has the only 2 goals in this middle period. Draw won by the Grizzlies. They're in their own zone as Bryson Martin skates around Miner's net. As Martin now to neutral ice. Will chip it to the right side for Jamison, who skates to the right side. He loses the puck. Tries to get around Mallory. Puck rolls back over to Sossaman, who will lift it high into the air, just under the video board. Gloved it neutralized by Thomas and dropped as puck rolls towards the Grizzlies zone. Thomas gets held up along the near wall. Jack Combs gets these. Already got 2 assists tonight. Wrap around the net. Shot saved by Miner as Wright gets the puck. He'll carry it out to neutral ice. Right now crosses center, 2-on-3. Wright leads all league rookies in shots on goal. He skates around Allen's net, battling with Sossaman. Right over to the corner. Gets it poked away by Sossaman. Jack Combs back ahead as Sossaman and Wright hold each other up. Allen crosses center ice. Now Finley gains line. He'll throw it back across to Mallory, who couldn't handle the pass. Puck glides behind Utah's net. 2-on-1 as Utah's got 2 guys out there to Allen's Chad Butcher. Grizzlies come out of the pile with the puck. 20 seconds left in the period. Puck goes out off the near boards to center ice, regathered by Hank Crone. Crone's a highly skilled forward. He'll throw it across to Mallory, who's now in the Allen zone. 10 seconds left in the period. Mallory will skate behind Chase Perry. Now Perry's net. Mallory throws it out to the Utah blue line. Batted away. Hargrove gathers it, and time runs out in the second period. As Allen scored twice in the second, and even though the Grizzlies had 16 shots in the frame, Chase Perry stopped them all. So after 2 periods, Allen leads 3-1. When we come back, Guy Chiarenza will recap the second period, and we'll also talk some hockey. As it's the first of a 3-game series, it's the Americans 3 and the Grizzlies 1. Siegfried and Jensen intermission report starts in 2 minutes on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Second intermission here at Maverik Center. Allen leads 3-1. The Grizzlies played pretty well in the second period, but they find themselves down by 2.
Yeah, Tyson, they did. And after an evenly played first period, I thought that play really favored the Grizzlies in the second period. They were getting a lot of really good offensive looks, but it's a 3-1 game. So let me tell you how we got here. After a pretty evenly played first period, it was 9:26 into the first. Colton Hargrove got his 18th of the year. Was assisted by Combs and Finley, and that was a power play goal. Allen is now 1 for 3 on the power play. The Grizzlies are 0 for 1, just having one opportunity, and that came in the first period. Not long after that Hargrove goal, though, 9:54 into the first period, it was Brandon Cutler once again. He gets his 10th of the year, joins the double-digit club in goals. That was assisted by James Shearer and Taryn Pfizer, and that put us at a 1-1 game. That's how we stood going into the first intermission. But 4:32 into the second period, it was Liam Finley, the burst of speed, his 19th of the year. That was assisted by Combs and Bernard. That made it a 2-1 game, and the Grizzlies really were pouring it on offensively after that goal. They were really getting a lot of shots, a lot of offensive pressure, but Allen coming down with a blazing burst of speed down the left side, and they get a goal. It was Hebert, his third of the year. He scored 17:49 into the second period, and that made it a 3-1 game. Shots in the second period were 9-16 in favor of the Grizzlies. Grizzlies have a 28-21 edge in the game to this point. Tyron Pfizer has 4 shots. Brandon Cutler also has 4 to lead the Grizzlies. But Tyson, the scoring chances, 5 for the Grizzlies, 6 for the Americans. And towards the end of that period, I talked about the Allen Americans getting quality chances. They were able to put those in the back of the net. You think about 6 out of the 9 shots that they took, 2/3 of the shots that they took in the second period were quality chances. And so they go into the locker room with a 3-1 lead.
And on the other hand, the Grizzlies only 5 of their 16 considered scoring chances. And so it seemed like the Grizzlies, in terms of getting that centering pass out in front of the net, they were just missing it by just that much. And I think part of that was Allen doing a good job defensively protecting their net. Some of it was also, just being just that much off. And, guys cutting in front of the net. I think that the forward line of Wright, Jamison, and Pouncey really did a good job in kind of initiating some of that action. I think the forward line of Cutler, Pfizer, and Penner really did a good job as well in kind of initiating offense and getting into the offensive zone with some momentum. Combination of good Allen defensive work as well as, Chase Perry playing outstanding in net. And one of the things that we noticed over the first 2 periods, there's not many second chances there. And Perry does a great job of not letting Utah get the second chance. Now, Utah's goal in the first period was off a rebound as the initial shot was taken by Shearer, bounced off of Perry, and then Cutler was able to get the rebound and patiently got Perry off balance a little bit and then was able to just fire the shot over him for his 10th of the season. Can the Grizzlies get more of those rebounds in the third period? And I think the part of that, I think about 16 shots in the second period. Allen protecting a 2-goal lead. They're going to make sure that they stay back and not let Utah get those odd man breaks.
Yeah, Tyson, and I think in that second period, the Grizzlies did everything right. I feel like they were pretty strong defensively. Felt like Trent Miner was pretty solid. And I felt like their best offensive chances in the game came in the second period. I feel like they did everything right. The problem is that one, they ran into a figurative brick wall in Chase Perry. He played outstanding. And two, the few chances that they did let go by ended up being goals. And so I think if you're the Grizzlies, it's important to not hang your head going into the intermission, but rather look at the period as, okay, we didn't get we had our chances. We just couldn't put them in the back of the net. The puck was bouncing around a lot. I think we played really well. Let's carry that energy into the third period and get this one back. Because I think this game, while it's a 3-1 game, it's a lot closer than that. I think the Grizzlies have played well enough to that this game should be tied or in their favor. And so just a few unlucky bounces went against them, and now here we stand with a 3-1 game. So I think that while Perry's had a really strong game, I think that is one weakness so far that I've seen is he seems to struggle with those low-line drives. He tends to give up the most rebounds on those kind of plays. I think the Fitz line, the third line for the Grizzlies, Fitz, Martell, and Strong. I think that line is going to be key and instrumental in the Grizzlies coming back and winning this game, because these are guys that get out in front of the net, they move with a lot of speed, and they get tips out in front. And I think that's the kind of game it's going to be, and I think that's what it's going to come down to.
Really is going to be a fun third period. See if the Grizzlies can find a way to get a goal early in the third and kind of find a way to climb back into this game. I mean, obviously the chances have been there, with the 28 shots, 10 of them considered scoring chances, but the Grizzlies just going to have to find a way to get it done early. And, they're playing against an Allen team that's been about as hot as Utah has been as of late. So Allen does have, as Tommy Daniels, the Allen broadcaster, mentioned to me before the game, they've got 3 talented forward lines. And so the Grizzlies just have to just keep playing hockey, because Allen, it seems like recently, has played a full 60 minutes. And that's been part of their success. So the Grizzlies just going to have to find a way, just keep chipping it one shift at a time. And, you just know the good things are going to happen. And the Grizzlies, 3 pretty good forward lines of their own. So I think it'll be interesting to see what happens, not only the rest of tonight, but here the rest of this series. And I think it's going to be a really fun weekend here at Maverik Center against a good Allen Americans team.
Yeah, Tyson, I agree. This has been a really fun game up until this point. And it's 2 really good teams battling for a playoff spot in early February. So these games are going to be very meaningful going down the stretch. We talked earlier in the first intermission about how close that Mountain Division is. These games are going to be very crucial if the Grizzlies are going to want to make the playoffs.
He's one of 4 games in the league tonight. Jacksonville defeats Orlando 5-4 in overtime as Derek Lodermeyer got the game winner. Former Grizzly goaltender Parker Gahagan got the victory for Jacksonville. Jeff Carr's Norfolk Admirals defeat Trois Rivières 7-5. In a game we kept a close eye on, Kansas City got an overtime game winner from Pascal LeBerg, his 13th of the season. Tommy Muck with the assist. Shane Starrett got the victory for Kansas City, and Nettie Snott 38-41. That's a big one because Kansas City now regains 4th place in the Mountain Division all by themselves with the 41 points. And you think about, where the Grizzlies stand with Allen. If Allen gets a regulation victory tonight over Utah, then they are tied with Utah with 39 standings points. They would have an identical points percentage as both teams have 19 victories through 41 games.
It's going to be a very tight race for the playoffs. I mean, you think about 4 really good teams vying for that last playoff spot. I mean, we have Idaho and Wichita who are 1 and 2, but then you've got some really good teams in the mix going down the stretch. I mean, you've got Rapid City, who we know that the Grizzlies can beat the Rush. We saw them sweep them last week. So this is a team that we know that the Grizzlies can come out and beat. They sit at 3rd with 41, but the Grizzlies 39. Kansas City now 41, and now Allen at 37. It's going to be this cluster, this mad rush for that last playoff spot. And I think it's going to come down to who wants it more. I mean, in a game like this, if the Grizzlies come out and they come out flat, it's going to show that Allen wants it more. If the Grizzlies come out and they play really hard and try and get these 2 points here, it's going to show that, yeah, the Grizzlies want it. They're going to fight for it and really make it tough for these other teams to make the playoffs over them down the stretch.
Third period action will begin shortly. When we come back, we'll go over some scores from around the world of sports. It's the Americans 3 and the Grizzlies 1. This is the Siegfried and Jensen intermission report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Second intermission here at Maverik Center. Allen leads Utah 3-1. 2 games in the NHL tonight, both have gone final. Carolina defeats Buffalo 5-1. And the Boston Bruins are a 5-2 winner over the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's amazing what the Boston Bruins have done this season. They've got a record of 39-7-5. They've been about as hot as the Boston Celtics. And how about the Celtics? They get a 139-96 victory over the Brooklyn Nets. Boston goes to 37-15 this season. Early fourth quarter, the Jazz lead the Raptors 99-98. That game being played downtown. The Jazz are 26-26 this season. Toronto is 23-29. When we come back to the Siegfried and Jensen intermission report, we'll talk with Kiki Crum and get her thoughts on what she saw in the second period. And she's typing up the post-game story. We'll see at UtahGrizzlies.com. We'll talk with Kiki coming up next. Siegfried and Jensen intermission report here on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. Second intermission. Allen leads Utah 3-1. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Kiki Crum. And, Kiki, I thought the Grizzlies played well in the second period, but they find themselves down 2. I mean, Allen only had 9 shots in the second period. 6 of them were scoring chances, and 2 found their way past Trent Miner.
I think sometimes when you play a team that's kind of evenly matched, like I feel like the Americans and the Grizzlies are, sometimes you have to play on the other team's mistakes, right? Like in the first period, they had some mistakes, like they left the puck in the slot. Taryn Pfizer was there, got a shot off. And I'm seeing a lot more this time too. Unfinished passes, just losing the puck, turning over, icing, little mistakes like that.
It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the third period, but this looks like it's going to be a fun week here at Maverik Center.
Yeah, I think so too. I love 3-game series. I think they're super fun because the third game always gets really chippy and physical.
It's interesting concern how many penalty minutes Allen has racked up this season. The Grizzlies are right up there in penalty minutes as well. And we didn't see a single penalty called in the second frame. I mean, Allen had the power play the first 2 minutes on a call that came very, very late in the first period. We didn't see a single penalty that was called in the second period.
Yeah, we were successfully able to kill off that penalty and then stay out of the box, which is kind of unheard of for us.
And Allen as well, because of all the penalty minutes they've racked up.
Yeah, but I feel like if we stay out of the box in the third period, keep a level head, not make as many mistakes, and be a little bit more physical, I think that we can dominate the third period.
Thanks for the time. We'll catch your story at UtahGrizzlies.com.
Thanks, Tyson.
As Kiki Crum, when we come back, we'll have third period action as Allen leads 3-1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
They've got the Titanic cam going on here at Maverik Center. And Guy and I were thinking about doing that, but we decided better of it, as a lot of fans having a good time here at Maverik Center. We talk about the top 2 crowds of the regular season. That was this past Friday and Saturday as Grizzlies completed a 3-game sweep against the Rapid City Rush. Utah's won 4 in a row, but they need to come back here as they're down 3-1. It's the first of a 3-game series. Friday night's going to be Heart Health Night and AFCU Friday. And remember, with every AFCU Friday, tickets start at just $8 when you pay using your America First Credit Union debit or credit card at the Maverik Center box office. It's also National Wear Red Day to show support for raising awareness of heart disease. I do know that the main color of the Allen Americans is red, but do wear red on Friday for National Heart Health Night, as it's National Wear Red Day and Heart Health Night here at Maverik Center. Saturday is going to be Black History Night, and make sure to kick off Black History Month, which is February, here with the Utah Grizzlies. It's going to be featuring a merchandise collaboration with local artist Coda Faye, performances from Utah Black Artist Collective Group, and the Grizzlies are partnering with Utah Black Chamber to feature local black businesses on the concourse. It's going to be a lot of fun on Saturday here as we're celebrating Black History Night with the Utah Grizzlies. Don't forget, later in the month of February, this same Allen Americans team will be here for a 3-game series. Wednesday, February 22nd, will be a Bud Light College night. Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend will be on February 24th and 25th. And it's going to be an interesting one, as the Grizzlies will be wearing specialty Grizz Fight Cancer jerseys featuring names of those who have been impacted by cancer, including my mom, who unfortunately passed away a couple months last month. Make sure to get your tickets at UtahGrizzlies.com. We're going to have a lot of fun here in the month of February. This broadcast is presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott, producing premier American copper and proudly celebrating 120 years of operations in the Utah community. Guy, what do the Grizzlies need to do to come back here in the third period?
Well, Tyson, the Grizzlies are down by 2 right now. They need to get one, and they need to get one quick. These first few shifts are going to be crucial in determining if the Grizzlies are going to be able to come back and win this game or not. They're going to have to go out and get at least one within the first 5 minutes, I think, because you don't want to be battling down 2 to this Allen Americans team late in the game. So quick tip is to get one quick and then try and get one very shortly after that.
Here to start the third period, Cam Strong will take the face off. He's got the Rooster Jordan Martell to his right and Dylan Fitz to his left. Defensive pairing is Bryson Martin and Corey Thomas. Allen will start the third period with Grant Hebert taking the face-off. Hebert scored a second period goal. And he'll be out there with Mikael Robidoux and Gavin Gould. The defensive pairing to start the third period for Allen is going to be Chris Mallory and Colton Sossaman. Grizzlies will be skating from right to left as we see it from high atop section 114. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. Allen wins the draw. They're skating from our right, left to our right. As Sossaman gets over to Mallory as Allen won the face-off battle to start the third period. As Mikael Robidoux skates in, left circle, shot, and it goes wide off the boards. Sossaman collides off the glass. The puck deep in the Allen zone. Mallory chasing after it. He's got a good size-speed combination. He'll throw it past Gavin Gould as it rolls to neutral ice. Bryson Martin will chip it ahead to Martell. Now back to Thomas, who will throw it towards Strong, who is skating the other way. No icing as the Grizzlies make a full line change. 35 seconds into the third period. Allen leads 3-1. As puck towards the near side. Hebert across the center, falls down. Penner in the area. He'll get it over to Shearer. Back to Nielsen behind Utah's net. Over to Shearer on the near side. Shearer skating. They'll throw it across to Nielsen. Still in the Grizzlies zone. As Nielsen will move it ahead to neutral ice. Looking for Allen, who touched the puck up. Is it going to be too many men? I think it is. Well, the pass went out to the blue line. A guy was trying to skate off, and it was a close call, but it looks like Allen's going to get called for too many men. Now, sometimes you see a guy be smart enough to let the puck go, but Allen touched it up at their blue line. That could be a break for the Grizzlies. They'll get a power play 56 seconds into the third period. Or is it? I think Allen talked themselves out of the call. Well, it looked like there was going to be a penalty, and there is. It is going to be too many men on the ice. As Liam Finley's going to skate to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Yeah, I thought there was too many men. Allen couldn't get off the ice in time, and they played it with 6. Draw's going to be in the right circle. Utah wins the faceoff. Nielsen throws to the far goal line. Starting pass with a shot that goes wide. Puck goes out to center ice. Is right just is a little bit wide in the one-timer out in front of the net. As Cutler skates behind Miner's net. Cutler has Utah's lone goal tonight. He's got 10 this season. Cutler moves out to center ice for Jamison, who gets hit pretty hard. Puck goes towards the Utah bench. Allen gets it. They skate down the middle. Massicott gets it poked away by Pfizer. Jamison collides with Massicott in the near corner. Pfizer gathers it. He stations himself behind Trent Miner as he'll get it over to Nielsen. As Nielsen will throw a pass tape to right. Right skates towards the left circle. Gets it poked away by Sossaman. Now another American gets it, and clearing it out is Dalton Galley. Make that Robidoux. He's been a good all-around player for Allen as he racks up penalty minutes by the dozens, but he's done a good job. Pfizer throws to the left side for Jamison. Jamison skates in, throws it towards the corner for Pfizer. Is not there. Sossaman gets it and clears it out. Halfway through Utah's second power play of the game as Hargrove collides with Martell behind Utah's net. Cutler over there as well. Martin takes the puck away from Hargrove. Martin will feed it across, bounced off an American. Hargrove in the left circle, take a lefty shot, and hits the side of the net. Sure, behind the net gets it as Allen retreats defensively. 35 seconds left in the power play, and Sure will throw it to the right side for Martell. The Rooster crosses the center red line. He'll roll it around the boards. Back towards the left corner. Sossaman collides with Martin. Fitz over there as well as Strong. Fitz gets the puck. He'll skeet towards the left circle, take a shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound out in front. Fitz gets it. Shot goes wide. Puck to the right side. Late in the power play. Martell will bounce it off, and Allen skeet, and it goes into the Grizzlies zone as Bryson Martin will glide over there. As Martin still in his own zone. We'll throw it out to center ice. It goes between the legs of Dylan Fitz. Fitz didn't get a piece of it. Icing is on the Grizzlies 3 minutes into the third period. But Grizzlies just couldn't get anything generated there on the power play.
Yeah, Tyson, you got to think that that's a missed opportunity for the Grizzlies. They were gifted a power play, too many men on the ice. That shouldn't happen. And so they were basically gifted that power play, but they just couldn't get anything going on it. So credit to Allen. Their penalty kill has been just about as good as the Grizzlies this season, and so they do a good job of getting that kill.
Draws in the left circle. One shot for the Grizzlies here so far in this third period. As the draw won by Utah's. Martell gets tripped up, and a call's being made as Martell tried to carry the puck over his blue line. One of the referees checks to see if there's blood to draw an extra 2 minutes. As Kyle Mayfield tells Justin Young, come this way, pal. Here's the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. As Justin Young will be in there for 2 minutes. Have you or someone you know been charged with a DUI? Rogers and Russell is Utah's DUI defense firm. Consequences for driving under the influence in Utah are serious, and you need great attorneys on your first line. Look for a letter in the mail from Rogers and Russell inviting you to schedule a free consultation. Don't throw away or disregard this letter. Call and get Utah's best DUI defense team, Rogers and Russell. And the draw goes into the far corner. Allen gets it, and they'll clear it out as it goes past Andrew Nilsson. Trent Miner behind his net. Utah's second power play here in the third period. There's 2 minutes for high sticking called on Justin Young. As Nilsson gains the offensive line, throws to Cutler in the corner. Cutler chases after it. Massicott takes it away, and he'll throw it to the right point. Great hands by Pfizer to keep it in. As Pfizer gets the puck, he's in the right point. He fakes a shot. Now he gets to Nilsson in the high slot. He'll throw it to the left side for Cutler. Cutler with the lefty blast. It goes wide. Pfizer in the right side in the corner. Drops it off for Cameron Wright. Now up top for Nilsson. Nilsson, 19 power play points this season. Over to the far goal line. They chip it back to Pfizer. Now behind the net for Jamison. Back to Pfizer. Pfizer fakes his right. He'll throw it to Jamison at the near goal line. Jamison will bounce it over. Nelson right side shot. Saved by Perry. As Allen gets it, and Colton Hargrove clears it out. Both teams make a line change. Halfway through Utah's second power play of the third period. Allen leads 3-1, 4 minutes into the third period. As Pfizer gets over to Martin. Pfizer comes off the ice as Martin skates in. We get a whistle as we get a collision at the Allen blue line. Grizzlies are offside. As Cam Strong collided with Jack Combs. I think interference is going to be the call. Who's it going to be on? That'd be a big break for the Grizzlies if it's on Combs. But arguing the case is Dylan Fitz. That's because it's not on Allen, is it? Bryson Martin skating towards the penalty box. For the Grizzlies' perspective, the wrong door's opening up. Yeah. Fitz is going to serve 2 minutes for interference. 15:44 left in the third. We'll skate 4-on-4 for 47 seconds. Then after that, Allen's going to have a power play.
Well, that's not ideal for the Grizzlies. But I really think you've got 44 or 47 seconds of 4-on-4 ice. The game is going to be wide open with lots of open ice now that each team has lost a man. I think this could benefit the Grizzlies.
Utah wins the face-off. We're skating 4-on-4. Ice opens up a little bit. Utah's down by 2. Bartley out to center ice. Will throw it to Martell. Martell skates in towards the left corner as he looks to center it out in front. Grizzlies get the pass, but Penner was in no position to shoot, so he'll skate towards the left point, throw it to the corner. Mallory will chip it back towards the corner that he vacated. Penner will have a bounce off him. Sosserman skates around his net over to Mallory. 20 seconds left in the 4-on-4. You can almost sense that Allen wants to wait for their power play to start. Now they'll move it ahead to Finley, who crosses center ice with great speed. Finley's had a good game. He'll skate down the middle, poke it back to the left side. Finley couldn't get it back on a give and go. Martell gets it. He crosses center ice. Martell veers off to the left as he steps over the line, drops it off for Penner. Penner has Crone chasing after him. Penner will drift it over to the right circle. As so, we'll skate back to neutral ice. He'll throw it back to Corey Thomas as Allen's on the power play for the next minute, 2 seconds. Thomas still in his own zone now. He'll sell it all the way off the glass. And Allen will gather it and start the attack skating from left to right as Bernard will skate down the middle. He'll get to center ice and he'll drop it off for Hargrove, who's got a goal tonight. Hargrove gets around right, gets to Grizzlies territory, tried to nudge it ahead. Pfizer takes it away. Hargrove takes it back. Hargrove skates towards the left circle. He'll drop it off for Butcher. Back towards Hargrove, who couldn't get a shot off as Thomas cut in front of him. Great play by Corey Thomas. Grizzlies skate the other way. Shearer gains the line, throws the left side back to Pfizer, right side. I tried to get it back to Shearer, cutting in front of the net, and the pass goes wide. Pass ahead. Hargrove, right circle. Gets it poked away by Wright. Good defensive play on the back check. As Bernard will bounce it off the end boards. He'll get it back to the left side for Crone. Now Hebert over to the high slot. Lefty shot goes wide. That was taken by Kobe McCauley. Off the boards, Victor Bartley skates towards the right side. He'll tap it off the near glass. Hargrove kept it in. Power plays about over. Hargrove fires it towards Butcher. It bounced off his stick and flies out of play. As Hargrove tried to redirect it off a Butcher's stick. And we get a whistle with 13:42 left in the third. Successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. This is a timeout with 13:42 left in the third. It's the Americans 3 and the Grizzlies 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
$13:42 left in the third period. Allen leads 3-1. Guy, what have you seen so far here in the third?
Well, Tyson, it seems like the Grizzlies had a chance on the power play earlier on, and they weren't able to capitalize on that. Second power play looked a lot better. I thought that they were getting a lot of good looks there. But I think for the majority of the time that they have possession, they didn't have a guy stationed in front of the net, and I really think that they could have benefited from that. So it's still a 3-1 game in favor of Allen, but I like what the Grizzlies are cooking up.
Grizzlies win the faceoff. They throw it out to center ice. Pass goes past Brandon Cutler. Allen skates from left to right. Moving up ahead. Hebert gets it to the right side. He's already got a goal tonight. Gets around Victor Bartley. Bartley trips him up, and that call is going to be made 10 times out of 10. As Bartley's stick actually broke while tripping him up. Allen's Chase Perry is back to the bench. As Allen, on the delayed penalty, skates from left to right as they backed it out deep in their own zone. Now they'll restart the attack as Bethune will throw it to the left side for Hargrove. He gets bounced by Cutler. Puck rolls back over to Combs, who will skate back into his own zone. His time's on the American side with a 2-goal lead. 13 minutes and counting left in the third. They'll be on the power play once Utah touches up the puck. Combs back in the right side. Drifted across. It's Allen. Back in the far corner. Utah touches it up and gets a whistle. 12:48 left in the third. Victor Bartley gets 2 minutes for tripping as he's in the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. And Bartley's stick broke while he was tripping him up. And it was easy call for the referee to make.
Yeah, Tyson and Victor Bartley didn't really argue that at all. And unfortunately for the Grizzlies, this isn't a spot that you want to be in with just under 13 minutes to go in the game. You don't want to be on the penalty kill right now, down by 2.
Time of Victor Bartley's penalty, 7:12 into the third period. Hargrove will take the face-off against Tyler Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man. Trying to figure out, when the last time a Grizzlies player played in as many consecutive games as Penner, and I go back to Taylor Richard, played in about 150 consecutive games for the Grizzlies over the span of 2.5 years. Allen wins the draw. Finley will throw it across as Hank Crone to the left circle, take a shot that goes wide. Finley in the right side will drop it off. It goes past Hargrove. Penner gets it. He'll carry it out to neutral, so drop it off for Shearer. Hargrove pokes it away. As delayed offside, so Hargrove let Thomas take the puck, and he's got it. As Thomas will throw it out tape to tape, blue line to blue line pass to Wright. Wright has a bounce off his stick. Now Wright gets it back, skates to the right side, backhand shot, and it goes wide. Arm is raised as looks like Wright has drawn a penalty. Slashing is going to be the call. Boy, Wright skated in with a good look, shorthanded from the right side, took a backhand shot, and it just missed wide. It looks like Allen's going to get a penalty, 2 minutes for slashing. We were talking about the first 2 periods, so we haven't seen a whole lot of penalties for 2 teams that, committed quite a few penalties this year. They're both in the top 5 in terms of most penalty minutes. We've seen quite a few here in the third period.
Yeah, Tyson, I think this is a turning point in this game. You thought about the Allen Americans having a power play here. Well, now it's 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 29 seconds. I like that the way the Grizzlies used the open ice the last time we saw them on a 4-on-4. I think if they can continue to do that, utilize their speed and get into open areas, I think they have a good chance at getting a goal back here.
Crone slashed Wright just about the time Wright took the backhand shot. So it was a good penalty for Crone to take because I think if he didn't do it, Wright probably converts on that and cuts into the Allen lead. So the draw is going to be in the near circle of the Allen zone. Crone's penalty. 7:43 into the third period as he's in the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Grizzlies win the draw, but it goes between the 2 guys up top and goes to neutral ice. Nelson backs it out in his own zone. Can the open ice give the Grizzlies an opportunity here to cut into the lead? Sure, in the near side, will feed it out to center ice for Pfizer. Gets the pass, gets around Sossaman. Pfizer to the left circle, takes a shot. Kick saved by Perry. Cutler gets the rebound. He skates to the right point, and he'll drop it off to the near corner. Nobody's there for Utah. Sossaman takes it, and so he'll keep the puck in the corner as he faked a pass to Finley. Sossaman now around the net, throws to Mallory in the far side. Now back to Sossaman, as now he'll drift it over to the near side for Finley. Finley will skate out to center ice with great speed. He'll gain the line. He'll drop it off for Mallory. Now to Hargrove on the right side. He throws it back up top, but Sossaman was skating the other way. Puck back in the Allen zone as Chase Perry will give it over to Sossaman as the Grizzlies make a line change. 35 seconds left in the 4-on-4. It's Allen's Hargrove. Colton's his first name. Crosses center ice. As Hargrove skates across the line. Martin takes it away. Now he throws it to Cam Strong. He skates towards the right circle with speed. Strong being challenged by Bethune. And Strong tries to get around Bethune, and he does. Now he looks for a centering pass. It bounced off of Perry and rolls back towards the far corner. Allen gets the puck. 10 seconds until Victor Bartley comes out. Bartley asking the bench what he does when he comes out of the box. As Allen gets the puck, and they'll cross center ice. Bartley's out of the box right now. And Allen over to the right side. Massacott with a shot. Bartley skates towards the bench. The puck's in the near corner. Grizzlies have it. They're on the power play for the next 22 seconds. As Andrew Nilsson, still in his own zone, will feed a pass ahead to Brandon Cutler. Justin Young got a stick in the way as it flies out of play off the protective netting. 10:31 left in the third. 14 seconds left in an abbreviated power play. As the draw is going to come out to center ice. Boy, with all the penalties, game's kind of taking a strange flow here in the third. Draw at center ice is won by... Well, it kind of stays in the circle for a few seconds. Allen comes out with the puck. They'll skate deeper in their own zone. Yes. They'll feed it ahead. Hank Crone will stand up, and Crone will exit the box right now. We're back to skating 5-on-5 as Nilsson crosses center ice. He'll nudge it ahead to Pfizer. Pfizer in the right corner, spins it around. Jamison in the near side gets it. He'll skate back towards the corner as he gets hit by Xavier Bernard. Puck goes to right on the left side, gets to Pfizer. Pfizer up top, now gets it back to Cutler. Cutler up top for Pfizer. He's in the left point. Back to Cutler just outside the left circle. Cutler will take a lefty shot. Saved by Perry. I bobbled it for a second. Nielsen was looking for some loose change out in front, but Perry covers up. After the whistle, looks like Bernard and Wright tangle each other. Now Robideau takes Wright and pushes him around a little bit. Now Robideau pushes Wright into the near corner. No penalties either way. As Allen trying to protect Chase Perry with 9:49 left in the third.
Well, Tyson, they call Cameron Wright the rat for a reason. It seems like he's done a good job of getting under the Allen Americans' skin here. He's being a little pest, a little thorn in the side of the Americans. And I think if there's any guy that would jumpstart this game for the Grizzlies, that's him right there, Cameron Wright.
Draw taken in the left circle by Penner. Face-off won by Allen. They're in their own zones. They spin it towards the far board, though, trying to kick it to the corner literally, but it goes past him out to neutral ice. Combs throws out to Butcher, gets hit by Penner, but the Americans are offside. As Draw's going to come back to neutral ice with 9:40 left in the third. Let's go, Grizz. I love when they play the organ music here at Maverik Center.
It's really fun, and it's always a good atmosphere here at the Maverik Center, but I really think a big hit right now would get this Maverik Center crowd jumping and buzzing.
Draw goes between the Grizzlies defensemen deep in Utah's zone. Allen gets the puck and turn it over. As Grizzlies lift it high into the air, it bounces at center ice. Ryan Gagnon moved it ahead, but it's regathered by Penner. He'll throw it across off the Allen bench boards. As Tho avoids a check. Now it goes back to Fitz, drops it out for Tho, gets poked away. Allen comes back the other way. Odd man break for the Americans. Liam Finley skates over. He'll throw a left wing pass. Now centers the Butcher. He'll take a shot. Saved by Minor. Good play by the Americans, but Minor makes a save at the end. Grizzlies run out to center ice. Goes past Fitz. Bounced off the stick of Gagnon on to Perry, who gets it back to Gagnon. Gagnon gets hit by Dylan Fitz behind the net. Another American gathers it and throws it ahead. The pass is behind Colby McCauley. As icing's on the Americans with 8:55 left in the third. A good play by the Americans, but Minor made the save right there at the end of that two-pass sequence.
Yeah, Tyson, that was a really good save by Trent Minor, and I think that saves the Grizzlies in this game. You think about that potentially being a 4-1 Americans lead with under 10 minutes to go. Now it's still 3-1. Trent Minor keeping the Grizzlies in this one.
Draw's going to be in the left circle. As Pfizer's on the ice here in the first of a three-game series. Make sure to go to the Grizzlies team store. I think I'm going to do that here later this week. I'm going to get me one of those jersey hoodies. I think it's going to be the one. I think I'm going to get the Colorado Avalanche theme one. I'm looking forward to getting that. Hopefully they still have my size there.
Those looked really cool. We did take a visit to the team store on Guns N' Hoses Day, and they had a lot of cool stuff in there.
Yeah, we got to do a shopping spree here in the next couple days over at the Grizzlies team store. Make sure when you come to the next Grizzlies game to be able to shop for all the greatest Utah Grizzlies gears. The puck's out to center ice. Cam Strong will skeet down the middle with speed. He'll throw it to Cutler on the left side. Cutler looks over his shoulder, now spins it around Pfizer. Tries to chip it back over for Nielsen. Allen takes it away. It's the Americans. 3-on-2. As St. Croix skates towards the right side behind his back, looks to center it. Pfizer collides, and now another American collided with Minor. Grizzlies come back up with it as Allen couldn't get a shot off. Now to neutral ice as James Shearer really battling with an American. As it looked like Allen had collided with Trent Minor. Grizzlies have it deep in their own zone as Cutler will skate down the middle, drop it off for Bartley, who moves it ahead to center ice. Jamison to the left, skates in. He'll dump it off the end wall. Jamison chases after it as he gets there before Sauceman. Mallory takes it away from Jamison as he skates towards the far side. Mallory, rink wide pass to Crone. Crone at neutral ice, trying to chip it ahead, but it bounces off of Bartley. Now Bartley throws it back to Thos in the Grizzlies zone. Tho gets slashed by Crone. No call. Gold back to Crone. He's in the right circle. Bartley with a great play to poke it into the corner. As it goes back towards the near side, Grizzlies get it. Cameron Wright crosses center ice left wing. He'll throw it across. Bounces off the boards. Martell gets it. The Rooster over in the corner. Centers to Bartley. Now to Jamison. One-timer. Saved by Perry. The Grizzlies got an open look there on the left side. Perry made a save and just kind of crowded with his body with 7:25 left in the third.
Yeah, Tyson, that was a really good look for the Grizzlies, trying to get Perry moving from left to right. Good shot there by Jamison. But Perry's been up to the task so far this night. He makes another really good save.
Draws him in the left circle. Jamison will take it. He had 9 points in 12 games in the month of January. He had a Gordie Howe hat trick on December 17th against Kansas City. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Victor Bartley in his own zone. Left point. Fires a shot. And it gets blocked. Jamison got knocked down by Bernard. The Americans will move it ahead. As Abear across the center ice, they'll throw a left wing pass. Allen enters the zone. They're trying to get it back to Abear on the give and go. It bounced off his stick and rolls to the corner as he regathers it. They'll throw it up top for Massacon. He'll take a lefty shot, and it's blocked. Blocked by Pouncey, who gets the puck. He'll cross center ice. Pouncey in the right wing. Gets hit by Massacon, but the puck rolls deep in the Allen zone. The Americans get it back. They lead 3-1. Less than 7 minutes left in the third period. Allen moves it ahead. Gould chases after it, but the pass is incomplete, intended for Gould. Icing is on Allen with 6:50 left. Time is starting to run out on the Grizzlies, but they've had some good looks here in the third period.
Yeah, Tyson, they've had some really good looks here in the third period, but you got to think with 6:50 left or under 7 minutes to go, I think this is the point in time where you start to see the Grizzlies show a sense of urgency. You really want to see play start to ramp up. Grizzlies try and take more offensive risks in the American zone and try and get a goal here.
Strong's taking the face off, fits to his left, and Martell to his right. Up top is Thomas and Bryson Martin. As draw one by the Americans. Abear crosses center ice. Grant's his first name. He's got a goal tonight. He skates towards the right circle, loses the puck. Grizzlies come back up with it. Up ahead to Cam Strong. He's got great speed. He crosses center ice. Strong gets around a defender over to the right side. Puck glides towards the end wall. He gets it taken away by Dalton Galley. Galley, one of Allen's big defensemen, crosses center ice, and he'll chip it over to the right corner. Bounced off the boards on one hop. Sure, throws it back to Martin. And he'll lift it out to the left side for Fitz. It bounced off his stick and rolls towards Gagnon at the Allen blue line. Gagnon moves it ahead. Butcher drops it off for Finley. Finley will skate along his blue line. Now he'll start his attack. He fakes a pass, keeps it. Skates towards the right circle. Take a righty shot that goes wide. Trying to go stick side on Minor. So the puck goes back to Utah. Andrew Nilsson with 6 minutes left in the third and counting. He's behind Utah's net. Allen leads 3-1. Nilsson throws to center ice for Pfizer. Back to Penner on the near side. Penner tried to dump it to the corner, but it bounced off of Sosserman. And Cutler skates towards the corner. Sosserman boxes him out. Cutler goes down. As Sosserman gets the puck, he'll throw it over towards Mallory. Right wing pass to Finley. He couldn't reach it. As icing is on the Americans with 5:37 left in the third.
Well, the draw will come back to the American zone, which is good for the Grizzlies. I think that you need to win this draw here, and you need to try and take a shot really quickly. I think you got to try and catch Perry off guard. He's been very sharp all night, and you either got to catch him off guard or get him moving. I think that's going to be the only way that you score a goal on him.
Face-offs in the left circle here on a Wednesday night. Don't forget, next home game will be Friday, an AFCU Friday, where tickets start at $8. Right off the whistle, we get a penalty. It's going to be a slash. And it's going to be on the Grizzlies. As Terran Pfizer gets his third minor penalty of the season. Allen's going to be on the power play. 5:36 left in the third. When we come back in 1 minute, this is Utah Grizzlies hockey presented by Rio Tinto.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Left in regulation. Allen leads 3-1. Terran Pfizer in the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. 2 minutes for tripping. Time a penalty. 14:24 in. Draws in the left circle. Colton Hargrove will take the draw against Cam Strong. Utah wins the faceoff. Puck goes to the right side. Allen looks to center. Hargrove up top for Finley in the right side. Now across to Bernard. Bernard will skeet towards his right. Now dropping off to the left side for Chrome. And back to the far goal line. Now back up top for Bernard. Back to Hargrove. He centers it to Finley, who falls down. Puck rolls towards Hargrove. Utah takes it away. Penner throws it ahead. Utah's got to be aggressive here shorthanded as Jamison across the line. He gets knocked down by Bernard. From his keister, he fires towards the middle. And Allen picks it off. Bernard will bounce it off of Jamison as they battle along the far boards. Puck goes out to neutralize. Victor Bartley at center. Will throw it across. Now Utah back in their own zone as Utah's shorthanded, but they got to be aggressive here, down by 2. Sure, we'll throw it out to center ice. Pass connects to Wright. Wright throws it towards the net. Coming out of his crease is Perry to clear it out to center. Now Cutler at neutral ice. Takes a shot, saved by Perry. As Gould will throw it across to Bernard. As Allen skates from left to right here in the third period. They get it to Hank Crone at center ice. Crone will back it out. As Gould gets it ahead to Finley, who's got a goal and an assist tonight, over to Butcher. Butcher gets back checked by Cutler. Taking the puck away is Cameron Wright. Right along the left side. Skates towards the circle. Right with a righty shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes to Allen. Americans throw it into Grizzlies territory. Corey Thomas will move it ahead to neutral ice. Butcher will carry it across the line. Butcher will feed it to the left side. Allen over to the left circle. Take a shot that goes wide. Less than 30 seconds left in the Allen power play. Corey Thomas will sail it all the way as it bounces off the Rio Tinto sign over along Allen's end wall. As Grizzlies make a line change. Colton Sossaman crosses center ice. Now he'll get around a skater and Cam Strong as it goes back to the point. McCauley feeds it across. Now lefty centering pass to Sossaman. Shot saved by Minor. And Sossaman cut towards the net. Accepted the pass and kind of had a one-time tap. And Minor was able to make the save. 8 seconds left in the Allen power play.
Yeah, Tyson, that was a really good save there by Minor. Had to be alert to make that save, and he was. Now we're under 4 minutes in this game with 3:44 to go. We saw the Grizzlies were aggressive a little bit on that penalty kill, trying to get some rushes going the other way, shorthanded. They're going to have to find a way to continue to put pressure on the Americans as time wears down.
Draw one by Allen late in their power play as Dalton Galley with a shot that's blocked. Though gets it. As Pfizer's out of the penalty box right now. Successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. Utah across the center. Dylan Fitz will dump it off the boards. Pfizer gets blasted by Gagnon. Left point. Bartley with a shot. I got redirected by the stick of Young as it goes to the right side. Robidoux over in the corner battles. Allen gets it. It's Americans. Pfizer gets in the way and gets a stick in the way. As though right point shot and Allen blocks it. Grizzlies left circle. Fitz centers it and it goes wide. As Allen get it out to center ice. Retaken by Utah. Puck bounced off of Fitz's skate. Now neutral ice. Crossing center is Bethune, and he'll throw it over the crossbar over Trent Minor as it goes to the right side. Aaron Thoe will move it ahead to Penner. Less than 3 minutes left in regulation. Allen leads 3-1. Penner moves ahead to Martell. Left side. Martell gains the line. And the Grizzlies are offside. As Pfizer was near the blue line, they somehow entered the zone before Martell came in with the puck. As Pfizer collided with an American, and I think the Grizzlies might be fortunate they didn't get called for interference there. So it looked like Pfizer was setting a screen.
Yeah, Tyson, and I think if that draw was deeper in the American zone to the right of Perry, I think we would have seen Minor come out of the net. He was kind of hanging around the circles. He's still back in net, but it looked like he was ready to get off the ice for the extra attacker.
Utah wins the face-off, but it goes into the Grizzlies zone. 2:45 left in the third. As Andrew Nelson gets it. They'll feed a right wing pass. Grizzlies cross center. Minor glides past his crease but stays in. As the puck deep in the Allen zone. Puck bounced off a stanchion. Hargrove on the near side. Skates over there. Right will nudge it behind the net. Now goes back to right in the corner. Minor skates off. As the Utah net is empty. Grizzlies throw it back over to right. It's taken away. Now it's center ice. And over to Kobe McCauley. He'll fire towards the empty net and it goes wide. But McCauley was in Grizzlies territory, so no icing. 2:15 left in the third. Allen leads 3-1. As Pfizer to the right side, steps over the offensive line, chips it around the boards. Jamison over there collides with Sossaman. Now Cutler skates to the corner. He gets the puck over there with Wright. Allen takes it away. Puck bounced off of Andrew Nilsson, the left point. Now Hank Crone crosses center ice. Nilsson hooks him. Overhead to McCauley, who skates towards the empty net. He shoots, he scores as this baby's in the refrigerator. As Allen has taken a 4-1 lead with 1:55 left in the third.
Well, Tyson, the Grizzlies just weren't able to get anything sustained in the American zone. And as a result of that, Americans pick off a pass at the blue line and just go the other way with a burst of speed and get that insurance marker. And as you said, put this baby in the refrigerator.
It's McCauley's 7th game in this league this year. It's his first goal. McCauley, in past years, has given the Grizzlies fits as both a member of the Americans and the Idaho Steelheads. Draw at center ice is won by the Grizzlies. It's a 4-1 game. Joey Colatarchi skates to the blue line and fires a shot that goes wide over the head of Chase Perry, who's got to be one of the 3 stars of the game. Less than 2 minutes left in the third. It's 4-1 Americans. Miners in net for Utah as the puck lifts into the Grizzlies zone. Corey Thomas chases after it. No ice. He collides with Robideau and knocks him down. Thomas gets the puck. He'll skate along the near side. Thomas crosses center, left wing. They'll chip it over to the corner. Thomas gets hit by Massicott. Bernard back around to the far side as Allen gets hit at center ice. Puck glides to the Utah blue line. Kolatarsi will feed it across to Simeone. He'll get it to center ice for Thomas. It chips over his stick. It chips off his stick and rolls deep into the Allen zone as Gagnon skates down the middle. 1:05 left in the third. Over to Young. He couldn't handle the puck. Bartley throws it across to Tho. Tho back to Bartley. 1 minute left in the third period. Bartley at neutral ice. Will chip it ahead. Pass goes past Cam Strong. And icing is on the Grizzlies. Oh, but Cam Strong has quite a burst of speed on the ice. He's got an amazing first step, and he goes from 0 to 60 just like that.
Yeah, Tyson, he's really good at driving the net. He's a very strong player, no pun intended, but he plays with he uses his size very well. But man, you're right. When he can, he's got a ton of speed. You wouldn't expect it from a guy like him, but he really does have the ability to turn on the Jets.
Draw goes out towards center ice from the Grizzlies zone. As Aaron Tho crosses center, he gets it poked away. Now Allen from center ice fires a shot. Glove saved by Miner. He'll drop it as play continues. 42 seconds and counting left in the third. Kobe McCauley's empty net goal was scored 18:05 into the third period with Hank Crone getting an assist. Now to neutral ice near the penalty box area. Puck squirts into the Grizzlies zone. Tho will chase after it. He gets the puck. He'll skate behind Miner's net. He'll stop with about 25 seconds left in the third. As now the Grizzlies out to neutral ice. Tyler Penner left wing. He'll skate towards his right. Penner drops off for Martell. Take a shot. Saved by Perry. It's really good look by the Rooster there, but Perry made the save. Allen will lift it over the head of Corey Thomas. It's going to be icing. So we get a whistle with 6.8 seconds left in regulation. So it looks like the Americans and Grizzlies are going to have identical records after tonight. Allen's record will go to 19-21-1. That's going to be the Grizzlies' record, 19-20-1, as both clubs will be 2 points behind Kansas City for fourth place in the Mountain Division standings as Kansas City won in overtime 4-3 over the Cincinnati Cyclones. Draws in the left circle, taken by Simeone. And it's won by Allen as they spin it along the far boards. 2 seconds left, 1 second. And that will do it. Allen wins 4-1. As they got 2 assists from Jack Combs. 1 goal and 1 assist from Liam Finley. And Corey and Chase Perry stopped 33 of 34. As he had an outstanding game. Actually, 34 of 35. The Grizzlies had 35 shots to Allen's 25. But the Americans got goals from 4 different forwards. Colton Hargrove, Liam Finley, Grant Hebert, and Kobe McCauley. Grizzlies got a goal from Brandon Cutler, the reigning league player of the week. Cutler becomes the third Grizzly to score 10 or more goals this season. James Schur and Taryn Pfizer got the assist, 9:54 into the contest. Grizzlies salute their fans here on a Wednesday night. But it's Allen that comes away with the series opening victory. Final score, Allen 4 and Utah 1. Postgame show starts in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Final score, Allen 4, Utah 1. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. Hey, look at the scoring chances tonight. Allen had 14, and the Grizzlies had 15. So the Grizzlies, according to the off-ice officials, had 1 more scoring chance than Allen tonight. But Allen comes away with a 4-1 victory. You have to tip your hat to goaltender Chase Perry, who's been on a real hot streak for the Americans. He stopped 34 of 35 to secure his 6th victory of the season. In fact, Perry in 8 games has a record of 8-1-1. Trent Miner for the Grizzlies stopped 21 of 24. Allen scored first, 9:26 in. Colton Hargrove scored a power play goal, his 18th of the season. Jack Combs and Liam Finley with the assists. The Americans drew first blood tonight. And it's interesting when you think about the records when scoring first versus not. I mean, when the Grizzlies score first this season, they're 12-3. When the opposition scores first, the Grizzlies are now 7-17-1. Utah got on the board 28 seconds after Hargrove scored. Brandon Cutler got a rebound from a James Shearer shot and patiently got it past Perry. 9:54 in. Shearer and Pfizer with the assists. And for James Shearer, that's his 8th assist. And for Taryn Pfizer, his 12th assist of the season. And with that, Brandon Cutler joined the double-digit goal-scoring club. Cameron Wright's got 12 goals this season. Taryn Pfizer has 11, and now Brandon Cutler has 10. Score was tied at 1 after one period of play. Both teams took 12 shots. Liam Finley gets what's now known as the game winner. What's credited as the game winner. 4:32 into the second. Jack Combs and Xavier Bernard with the assists. And then unassisted, 17:49 into the second. Grant Hebert got his 3rd of the year. And that made it a 3-1 game. And that's where we stood after 2 periods. Grizzlies outshot the Americans 16-9 in the second period. But Allen scored the only 2 goals in that frame. In the third, there was only 1 goal that was scored, and it came on an empty net. As Hank Crone to center ice got hooked by Andrew Nilsson. Crone nudged it ahead to McCauley, who scored his first of the season. And that was 18:05 into the third period. Allen went 1 for 6 on the power play. Utah was 0 for 4. For the Grizzlies, Taryn Pfizer and Brandon Cutler each led the way with 5 shots. 3 shots for Keaton Jamison, Cameron Wright, Jordan Martell, and Andrew Nilsson. 2 shots for James Shearer. James Shearer was the only one to have 2. Shearer and Fitz each had 2 shots for the Grizzlies. And then 1 shot for Thomas, Martin, Pouncey, Strong, Tho, and Victor Bartley. So Allen comes away with a 4-1 victory. And Guy, it was, I think, an interesting game when you think about, the Grizzlies had as many scoring chances as Allen. I don't think the Grizzlies played a poor game. It's just that Allen was able to capitalize on a few more chances than the Grizzlies tonight.
Yeah, Tyson, I agree with that. And I think the Grizzlies played a really good game tonight. I think we saw a matchup between 2 hot teams, 2 really good goalies, and really an evenly played game. And I think, as you said, the difference is that the Americans were able to cash in on the chances that they had, and the Grizzlies weren't. I mean, Chase Perry.
Yeah.
Brain's rattling right now. Chase Perry was really good tonight, but the Grizzlies did have their chances against him. There were times where the Grizzlies had maybe wide open net that just maybe just didn't get enough on the shot, or maybe the shot just went a little bit wide. There were places that the Grizzlies really had chances to score, and they just couldn't capitalize it. And sometimes that just comes down to puck luck. And I don't think that the Grizzlies had puck luck tonight, but I think that they really did play a good game.
Yeah, just for whatever reason, just wasn't the Grizzlies' night. And, Perry was outstanding in net. And I think with Allen, I think if you're the Grizzlies, you kind of look back on what could have been different. I look at the 3 power plays the Grizzlies had in the third period, and Allen did a good job, limiting them. I mean, the Grizzlies had 2 power play shots. They had 3 power play chances, but they only had 2 power play shots. Allen had 1 power play shot in the period. Think about the third, obviously down 2 goals. Were able to get 7 shots. 5 of them were considered scoring chances. So it seemed like the Grizzlies at times are able to get the puck in those areas, but Allen, as I mentioned before, they've probably got maybe the biggest defensive unit that we'll see in the league. And, their defensive unit really did a good job clamping down in front of the net, not letting Utah get those second chances when they became available.
Yeah, they did. And there were a few chances that were given up on rebounds by Perry, and the Grizzlies just weren't able to get to them or weren't able to put them away because the Allen Americans did a good job of clearing the crease and not letting the Grizzlies put those away. So I think you got to give credit to Allen. They played a really good game, a really good defensive game, really, in shutting down the Grizzlies team that has a lot of offensive weapons. And so we saw the Grizzlies sweep the Rapid City Rush, and it seemed like they were flying high. But the Allen Americans have been lurking behind them for a while now. They've been a really hot team, and I think you never want to lose, but I think a loss like this is a good wake-up call for a Grizzlies team where it's like, hey, you're a really good team, but so are we. And if you want to make the playoffs, you're going to have to find a way to beat us. And so on a win streak, it's easy to sit back and say, yeah, we're playing great hockey right now. We should go out and win. But I mean, for the Grizzlies, sometimes you need that wake-up call to say, hey, we gotta come back down to earth and take every opponent at face value. Not saying that they didn't do that against the Americans, but just to come back and say, hey, we got to be on our A game every single night if we want to make the playoffs.
Allen is now 8-3 in their last 11 games. I think for the Grizzlies, you can still win the series, win Friday and win Saturday. So you're just going to have to come back to work. Tomorrow's going to be an off day for both teams, and just come back on Friday and see if we can find a way to even up the series. As Allen is a victor tonight. Final score 4-1. 3 stars of the game. Jack Combs with 2 assists. It was a +1 and had 2 shots. He's the number 3 star. Number 2 star is Chase Perry. He stopped 34 of 35 in net. Liam Finley scored a second period goal. It turned out to be the game winner. He had 1 goal and 1 assist and was a +1, and he is the number 1 star of the game. Guy, any final thoughts before we head off for the night?
Well, Tyson, I thought that the Grizzlies played a really good game tonight. I thought that while the second period is their best period, it seems to be throughout the course of the season, I thought that they kept that up, and I thought they played a really good second period. They just didn't get that puck luck going their way, and the Americans did. And so I think that's just the way this one falls. Sometimes that's just how it is. And so I think the Grizzlies should feel pretty good about the performance that they put out tonight. And there's always Friday and Saturday to come back and win this series. But I like the way the Grizzlies played tonight, and I think there's something to build upon there.
We'll see who ends up in net for the Grizzlies on Friday, whether it's Trent Miner or Lucas Parikh or maybe even Garrett Metcalf. And, for Allen, they've got a hot goaltender in Chase Perry right now. His backup is Luke Parasini. And I think if for Chad Costello, considering that Thursday's an off day, you'd probably just have to go right back to Chase Perry. Both teams are playing well. It just happened to be the Allen Americans tonight, scoring 3 unanswered over the final 2.5 periods to come away with a 4-1 victory. For Kiki Crum, we'll catch her post-game story at UtahGrizzlies.com. For Guy Chiarenza, and once again, in 2 hours and 25 minutes and in front of 3,311, 33-11 here at Maverik Center. Brandon Cutler scored his 10th goal of the season with James Shearer and Taryn Pfizer getting the assist, but Allen comes away with a 4-1 victory, led by Liam Finley, who had 1 goal and 1 assist, and a great goaltending performance by Chase Perry, who stopped 34 of 35. Next broadcast of Grizzlies hockey will be on Friday night, 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-off. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is.